consumed, innocence lost. No one is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pale moon.
Hey, there we go. We're back. We're on.
Yay!
Yay!
Woohoo! So this is our downtime episode. We're gonna play it. There goes the host. Yeah, you got it. Nice. We're gonna play a little bit around here.
There it is. It worked.
It finally worked. Normally we'll stream from 9 to 12, but we'll go as long as we have stuff to do. Once we figure out what we want to do and everything, we can call it any time. But
You want loot.
you got loot, that's for sure. So,
Money.
Yeah, lots of money.
so you started out in the town, or not the town, the giant metropolis. The giant metropolis of Ashura. And you had come together, but you had no access to the Adventurers Guild or being registered by the Legion in town. So you were just a handful of adventurers at a tavern when you met a man passing through who said he had a quest you could go on, a very old quest that had been hanging around a long, long time. And as such, no guild wanted to claim to it anymore. They'd all tried it, failed it, gave up on it. You undertook it, and you went north to an old mansion on the edge of the sea and delved below.
The old man in the sea.
Well, you delved below the mansion and ran around to find all kinds of things. You found a nobleman who had been crazed about trying to reach the far realm. I found out that he did do it. He did make it there, and you pretty much stopped him. Changed his plans, closed all entrances to the far realm, and saved many people who will never know you did such a thing. Made your way back via...
Oh no. Clairval will make sure the world knows this.
Yes.
Made your way back via a ship, maybe an airship, or even a Transcend the Stars ship, and landed in the bay, docking at the local dock with 2 more companions that aren't of this world, both from completely different planes, foreign to where we are. Made your way back to the...
One came in on a jumbo, one came in a biplane.
Pretty much. Made your way back to the local tavern where it all started and found that you were left some information by the guy who had originally sent you on the quest. He'd given you 3 different things. Oh, trying to get up there, eh?
I gotta get my lead back.
Oh, trying to get...
I was supposed to say feel, not fell the biddy powder.
Fell the biddy powder. You received 3 things from him. One was an inn with the Legion and the Adventurers Guild.
In with the Legion, yes.
One was a map to treasure, and the other was access to a home he owned in town that you could call your own and rest in and live without having to live in and out of inns and taverns.
So happy to get the house.
We're homeowners now.
Yes.
The next step.
I wonder if the house comes with a shop downstairs. You can sell like candles and fruit baskets.
And as Clairval said, he was telling his stories to everyone in the tavern as they came and went, the grand adventure and all the heroism and odd deeds that went on, names of people who never came back, and all kinds of things.
And despite the fact that, I was doing all of the kills at the end, Clairval is never the hero in any of the stories. He's just along for the ride in the background as far as the story is concerned.
He's very humble.
First skill roll off cart.
Clairval just shows up right at the end and does a pin's worth of damage and kills the guy every time.
And make sure you include that part.
Oh.
Their heads explode.
It's It's been a couple days
Quite messy, quite disgusting to watch.
in the city.
So you're the one complaining, but I've got to come up with these brand new elaborate kills that you guys didn't perform so the story tells well.
Reverse Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh, it's been a couple days in the city. You've been bombing around the streets, coming and going, hanging out at the tavern, watching Clairvel tell his stories and earn some gold.
How much gold?
You, sir, walk away with about 78 gold over a couple days.
Nice.
Telling a hell of a story. Very entertaining, very in-depth. Of a local legend. And you guys with Mr. Ragnar doing whatever you do.
Well, I am now also an artificer.
Yeah.
So do something with that.
So using her
Do something with your
newfound
life.
liking of the mechanical automaton, she learned the ways of the artificer from people in town. There's a series of different guilds that would teach you this, and we'll get to getting registered, but you'll have no problem finding access to that and being taught the ways as you begin
And
to
then
learn.
teach me to modify my automaton into power armor.
I'm sure that will come with it, yes.
Or at least put a cute
Okay.
little saddle on its back.
We'll look at the
Just so
level.
that, like, I'm not hanging on its shoulder while it's fighting.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to be a meat shield a few times.
Yeah. If I can do that, would that adjust my armor class?
We will look at that to see, because if your intention is to be in the suit,
Yes, that
then
is my intention.
okay, then we can do that.
I am Iron Man.
As we get
Yes.
there, once you are accepted, you will be able to get there. We'll get there. I know your intention, so we will build something for you.
Beautiful. That is my intention.
All right. So you can do small time things right now until.
So one of the things I'm going to be doing with the party when I've got a chance to talk to them in private, nothing pressing, but over a meal one time, you can explain. I've picked up a new spell. I think it's pretty neat. But if we're ever in combat or anything like that, and I say and you guys hear me say out loud, look at the stars, look down. That is code for you to look down, because I can do this like mesmerizing pattern, but I can't, make you guys immune to it. So I'll cry that out as a warning. Look to the stars. That's your code to look away, to look down, because it goes up.
Ragnar goes, huh?
So
Very fun.
he's gonna look up every time.
You'll be like,
Stars?
oh, what?
Where's the stars?
Do I get
See the moon?
Would this be a? Give me an idea here. Would you have this conversation? Are you looking to hang out in the tavern? Are you looking to find that house?
We should be hanging out in the house. I'm
Yeah.
actually.
We're going to be back at the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
would
you,
like to.
you make,
I would like to go to 573 Blackgate and
Yeah,
open the
let's
house up.
introduce us to our house.
of course, you make your way down to, and this is the metropolis of Ashura. So in Ashura, there is many quarters, and there is many districts, and it is quite large. It is a metropolis. It is massive. It also reaches out onto a nearby island via 2 major bridges, where the castle itself is kept. You are, you're far away from the docks. You're more in the eastern part of the city, in the housing district. And you come across 573 Blackgate, which is a nice, simple house, almost like row housing, just lined up next to each other. Not much of a yard at all, just a little front yard, patch of grass, but between houses, very thin alleyway, and the next one goes on. The house is essentially a 3-story house. 3-story house, very thin, but does have an attic, which you may count as a 3.5, let's say. Rectangle in shape, where the front would be very narrow, and the actual length of the house would be longer.
I feel like we're gonna be fighting in this later.
Hey,
Resetting it up.
you get some enemies. You never know.
Your house burns to the ground. Oh.
As you arrive for the first time on this house, it's not in disrepair, but it's been there for a while. It's probably one of the houses Jackson the Lord had owned and just never upkept. Maybe he has a mansion somewhere, we would assume, or an estate.
One of those landlords.
Yeah.
But he couldn't have left a gnome here to work on it.
Maybe there's some gnomes in the attic.
Maybe.
Oh, gnomes in the attic.
Gnomes in the attic.
Wasn't
there's some-
that a Aerosmith album?
Maybe there's
Makes
some
my
gnomes.
apartment the roach infestation like not as bad.
Maybe there's some gnomes in the garden.
As such, the front lawn is overgrown. Stuff
No
like
place
that.
Like gnome. That was bad.
There's bushes all over. It needs some paint and whatnot. Rough sketch, which I will. I don't know if it'll take. It's in a very, very light pen.
Oh, I want blueprints with measurements and
Can you see that? Give you an idea.
distance between windows and doors.
So we got a little series there. Just a little row
Sort of see
house.
it.
Very, very tiny. The first level as you walk in has a kitchen, a dining area, and a fireplace. You go upstairs, basically, to where there's planning rooms and a small area for workshops or whatever you'd set up. And the third story is full of bedrooms, which would be...
So it's small, but it's not super small. It's small for a lord, but it's not small for...
He wouldn't stay there. This is something he owned. Maybe he came across or was given and just didn't care for over time. Probably owns a whole bunch of these all throughout the city. Yeah, the third level, 4 bedrooms and 2 large bedrooms, almost double rooms. And then a small passageway to the attic for storage or whatnot. A place that you can just go into, relax, have some food, start stocking it with food, whatever you need to do, build a fire, talk in privacy. Clarval can tell you of his new spells, can discuss the events you're looking to do. May will tell you she's looking to get into one of the guilds to take on new learning. And that's what you got.
Is there a cedar bathtub like a la The Witcher?
Pretty much.
For a nice soak.
Yeah. No indoor plumbing.
That's okay. We'll hire somebody for that to bring the water. Go fetch the water. Okay. Anybody have their idea where they want to put their stuff in this place? Anybody have dibs on a room?
Big one, smaller ones, Jack says.
You want a room that's like one on a ship, eh?
Don't need much.
What's the attic look like?
Attic is simple. It'll just be a drop-down ladder that goes up. It'll have a wood floor, but you can't really stand right up because the roof, right peak of the roof. You could sit.
Could Ragnar stand up in it?
He is tiny, isn't he? Yeah, he possibly could.
Does my automaton fit in the house?
Yes, he would
Okay.
fit.
That's good.
He would duck,
So the lower
duck
levels
down
are a
through
nice high
the
ceiling.
through the doors.
Yeah.
Is there a rear exit?
There is a back door. There's a back door on the first floor through the kitchen.
Okay.
In the back of the house, out the back door, is there room for a? I'm not looking for a grand stable or anything, but a little place to put some animals or to keep a horse.
Now this one, in the past when we had guild houses and that, I did design them that way, that they were quite large and they had a big yard and there were stables and everything. But this one doesn't. It's more so in the busier part of the city. It's well patrolled. You can see that the guards do pass. Well, not guards, but local militia does pass by this area quite often. There's a lot of light. There's candle lamps all out front on the road, cobblestone road. But your front yard's pretty big. It goes pretty deep to walk down to the door. If you wanted to build a makeshift stable or anything on there, wouldn't be the end of the world. be a hitching post outside. You could put hitch your animals up to.
There is a hitching post currently.
It's the basic one, yeah. Disrepair,
Okay,
but there.
And like a trough in that to feed.
Yeah, it'd be empty and overgrown, but you could clean it up.
All right. Well, when we get a minute when they're doing other stuff, so I'm gonna go down and retrieve patches and bring them to the house. I gotta pay the larder fee or whatever it is.
Oh my God! How long were you gone?
6 months.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, we all have money from when we started too. So
True.
Some of my money left over.
All right, we'll give that guy a series of gold coins for that, and he'll be able to get your pony back to you there.
At some point, we'll build a more refined area.
Yeah.
Since we get a little bit of room.
I can give that on Discord, and then you could build around it, whatever you want to do.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take a few days. Jackson's gonna go ahead and use a little bit of his gold to get some parchment ink and start creating some first level spell scrolls.
All right. Okay. So you could take some of your time to start writing first level spell scrolls. You're gonna get your horse there and clean up a bit.
So when I do come back, when I do get back in the house and take some time, is there a bedroom toward the front of the house that overlooks the street?
There is two. So it would be. It doesn't directly overlook the street. You'd have to walk out of it, and then you'd be. The front of the house would have two windows. Be like a small horizontal hallway there. Sitting area.
So the rooms aren't right up against the outer wall.
The rooms against the right and the left walls. Let's say.
Okay. And what's between the houses?
A small alleyway. So that's where kind of your back door would come out.
On both sides of the house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Are there windows in the rooms?
Yes, in the room outside. Yeah, just mainly to let light in. Yeah.
No. For the bedroom, the bedrooms are common. Whatever the rooms are, the people can stay in.
The bedrooms, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Bedrooms have windows. Yes, they would be more so to let the light in because your view would be of the neighbor's house.
I'll take the one on the. If you're facing the house, I'll take the one on the left side.
Okay, at the front.
At the front, yeah.
All right, just replacement, so I know where you are.
Oh, front left room. That's on the third floor.
Yeah.
Say again. It's the third floor.
Is it on the third floor?
Yep.
Okay, third floor.
It does to create each scroll. How many days we want to stay in that?
Yes. Yep.
Right now, we don't have anything pressing to do right now.
Yeah, the only thing that we have that we picked up is we got a treasure map that was given to us by.
You got a treasure map that was given to you. You also have access. You have a vote from a local nobleman to let you into the Legion and the Adventurers Guild or any guild you want to get into. But you'd have to go talk to them, and that's where May wants to get into a guild to learn about artificers.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to go down and check them out because they turned their nose up at us last time we were here.
Yeah, because you had nothing.
We were dirt. You were dirt.
Oh yeah, I got some stories to tell those bastards. Also check out, is there a local bardic college or anything like that?
Of course there be.
So I'll check in there.
All right.
Yeah, I'll check in with the Rangers Guild too, just to see, or whoever, news from the wilderness.
But I say we start off with the Adventurers Guild just because I want to walk in there a bit smug with those
So, one thing on Jackson's side, just real quick before we do that, is Jackson would like to work with Val for a bit,
Okay.
so that he can study a few of his healing spells. And whichever spell you'd like to choose first level, make that the scrolls I'm making.
Oh, okay. He's gonna, if you want, he's gonna make scrolls first level, healing scrolls based off your spells if you wish.
Yeah, so I've got Cure Wounds. So because it's my spell,
It would use your casting
it would
ability.
use my cast modifier. So it'd be 1d8 plus 5.
Okay, yeah. I'll make however many days we're in here for.
Okay, so how do scrolls work in your world? Are they
Well,
the
we're using
power of
we're using 5e.
Yeah, so they're the strength of whoever spell they're using, right? But who can use it? Just the person whose spell it is, or can other people use it?
Anyone who I don't know all the 100% of the rules on that one. Whoever can use a spell, I think it has to be on your list, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You have to be able to cast it.
Hogtooth, thank you for the follow.
It's more of a making
Welcome.
them so that he can cast it without like having to use up his spells mid combat.
Yeah, you could just cast them straight off. Go Bills.
And that doesn't take up one of your spell usages either, right?
No, because you're casting off the spell.
I use my spell usage when we create the scroll.
If you fail it, you burn the scroll.
Right. Yeah, so it works like a regular scroll. Yeah. But it doesn't use them. You can use them if you have 20 of them. You could use them in combat, all 20 of them if you had to.
Yeah. Action though. Yeah.
Yeah, per action. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I may want you to make some for me too, for my cure light wounds at some point, just to have a few on hand.
Yeah, a few. So we each have a few spells.
What am I, your scroll farmer here? Like, the hell?
No, I mean I can cast your ones. I don't necessarily need yours, or maybe some detect magic scrolls too.
Oh, where's that? What's NT?
NT? Oh, coming to you from. That's in New York. Not sure where NT is.
North Tampa. Yeah.
North Tampa? Why not North Texas?
North Texas. North Texas, New York.
North Tonawanda.
Oh.
Is it North Tonawanda? Yeah. North Tonawanda.
Cool, man. Awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Google was faster, sorry. But we will accept that answer. Thank you.
So you guys are getting a plan to make some scrolls. You know that over time, in your downtime here in town, you want to get some scrolls made. Completely plan out which ones you want, how many you want. I'm sure Jackson has the rules there for what materials he's going to need, because it's a cost to it. And then he can build you some scrolls as we go.
Cool.
All right.
I want my gear. I want my stuff.
You'll get nothing like it.
My stuff.
So you have
actually, you know what? Before you do that, since May's getting all set up, I'm going to give May that I've got a jar and a vial of the magic robot liquid. So
okay.
If she's working on them, she's got them. Because we do have stacks of them. I had them stack them up on the boat too, so we do have parts.
Yeah, we got parts and alchemical substances.
One
so I don't know if you can make
vial?
more. Yep, I was only able to take one jar. I didn't want to carry a whole bunch of clanging jars through the dungeon.
Fair enough.
My jars!
I'm just going to mark off that I gave those to May.
Are you looking to identify items first, or go to the Legion and then to the Adventurers Guild first?
Well, are we going to have to go to the Adventurers Guild to get our stuff identified? Is that going to be our best route for getting...
No, not necessarily.
I think I can identify them now.
Well,
you get the materials. I know how to cast identify and just have it.
Yeah, I have identify as a...
We could do some at the home too, but it would take time. If you do it at the house, you can, but it's going to take time per item. I think it takes so many hours. We used to do 100 gold pearl and 8 hours a day per one item back in 3.5 type thing. And then we changed it up to, you can do pretty much a lot of items with over 8 hours, but it's still 100 gold per thing.
We're going to go through a lot of gold.
You're going to go through a lot of gold.
I think for 5th, you just need a focus item, like the material component's like a gem, but you don't burn through it, I don't think.
But there's an optional rule, and I like the optional rule.
No, so you're just being damn.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it, man.
Were you not with us through that whole dungeon? Like, seriously.
Within 6 months.
We fought a god.
Hey,
and we fought
man.
an elder brain, and we fought mind flare. We almost fought a beholder.
Got to pay the price. But I think it's not just it's the time issue too. Now you can do that 100%. We have all the time in the world. But if you're looking to pay somebody, you can find somebody and pay them, and they can do it for you.
I think maybe we should start out by going down to the guild hall and just seeing what services they provide. we might find that they've got a couple people that can identify stuff quickly for us
Sure.
Now the guild
at a reasonable
yeah.
price.
All right. Let's go back a bit here.
So put on your clean outfits, people. We're going to the rich part of town.
So knowing things about town, Clarvel is the expert in this field. He knows the most about the city, I would say. And a good spot to start is the Legion. The Legion is kind of like the, what would you say? The
$2 drinks and $2 burgers.
Yeah, pretty much. But the
like
overseer of all the guilds. They say who can set up a guild and who can't. What rules there are, what there aren't, that kind of things. Oversees the majority of the city's guilds.
So are they over by the Adventurers Guild and the Red Dragon Inn or Red Dragon Tavern or whatever where we were before?
No, these guys are completely different. They're in the northern end of the city, next to the big Colosseum. That's what they're known for. If you make your way there, you will approach a large Colosseum where colorful flags ripple in the wind, high overhead. The area is busy with all kinds of fighters, merchants, fans, and other interested parties crowding the grounds. To the side, a great structure, a building made of gray fieldstone with the colors of the Legion, green and black, emblazoned upon signs, flags, decorative shields attached to the wall. Men in uniforms bearing the same colors stand out front, approaching guests of the Colosseum on this day. So you make your way over there and you see this gigantic thing. It's almost like a Roman Colosseum in the middle of this city at the northern end. It's got flags, it's got a lot of goings on. There's people all out and about. And right next door is the Legion's main hall. That's where they keep shop. They got a large office there, and they have people and their colors all out greeting in the streets.
So, guys, who do you think we talked to? Think we talked to those two guards over there?
But
Think that's who will let us in?
go over to the guards. Gentlemen,
They say, hello, good day.
how find you this excellent day?
Wonderful. It's a wonderful overcast day, I guess, like always.
The overcast days allow you to appreciate the sunny ones.
That's
nice
true, that's
assuring
true.
weather.
Good day for muddy fighting.
That it is. I'm wondering if you could help us.
Oh.
We received a summons. We were supposed to speak with someone, but someone, I motioned over to Kylo, lost the summons.
I got the summons right here.
He says he's got the summons. What are you trying to pull?
It was given to me by Lord Jackson.
I didn't think that was for here. That wasn't for the Legion.
Yeah,
That was for the Adventurers Guild.
both.
Oh, is it
You
for-
gotta
is
you
it
gotta
for the-
you gotta vote for the Legion and the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, what did he say?
I
It was
knew we had one for the Adventurers Guild. I didn't think we had one for the Legion.
Oh
It
yeah.
says earned a vote recognition to Guild of Ashura. So it must be for any guild in Ashura.
It'll work.
I have your papers right here. Here you go.
All right. You gonna hand him the papers? He grabs them.
No,
and-
I'm going to show
Oh.
him the papers.
Oh.
I'm not giving him the papers because he could just take them and rip them up if he thinks we're trash.
All right.
Not my first time in a big city. You know?
He'll look at your papers and he says, "Oh, this is signed by a nobleman. Looks like you're here for the guildmaster, Darvis." I'll go right in. He just points to the building.
Yes, that's his name, Darvis. Yes. Let's go see Darvis. He
All
must be
right.
waiting for us.
Just make your way in. Nice hardwood floors, open doors today. They got everything going on. You see a large desk in there with a couple members of the Legion walking about, and there's a larger man who's very decorated in there. Looks like it's him.
Before we go any further, Jackson's going to go ahead and cast Prestidigitation on the crowd.
Okay.
Make him smell even more flowery.
Make him smell better.
Just to see if it helps social interaction.
All right.
We are adventurers.
Yeah.
Claire Valley, you smell like potpourri.
All right, you make your way in there, Kylo. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm assuming that's probably Darvis.
Mm-hmm.
hope so.
Is he talking to anybody?
Yeah, just hanging out. Looks like people are coming and going.
Excuse me, are you Darvis?
He says, yes. Well, yes, I am. And who are you?
I am Kyloke, and these are my adventuring friends, Clairval, May, and Jackson, and Ragnar. We've been given not a summons, but a recognition vote. We served Lord Jackson in an adventure recently.
Can I see this paper? This
Show
vote?
the paper.
All right, he looks at it, looks it over. Oh, I know him well. Well, if you've done a quest for him, you certainly are welcome here. He goes over, he grabs some...
Told you guys he was legit.
Grabs some pins from behind the desk, and he comes over and pins the colors on you. He pins the colors of the Legion upon your chest with whatever you're wearing, and will shake your hand. He says, welcome. You have the full support of the Legion. This paper is quite legit. I can tell right away. I can detect forgeries a mile away. And you and your company look like you've been through the lot.
Check. Insight check. I want to know if I can BS this guy. That would be a 15.
He looks like
Can't
he's...
you try a forgery a mile away?
He looks like he can. He's been through a lot. He knows what he's doing.
All right.
Were you gonna make some forgeries and come back here later?
Oh, you could
No,
have.
I just want to know if I had that ability.
Oh, okay.
You know what your options are.
Oh, so he says, well,
We have a rogue bard with us.
what are your plans in the city? You have free reign of any guild you wish to join. With these papers, these documents, you're more than welcome.
Well, at this point, we're looking for work, looking for information, and looking for some services.
And some training.
Oh, you come to the right place, he says. You mentioned you were adventurers. Well, we have an adventurers guild in the city. Guildmaster Torrell would like to meet you if you're interested.
We always love meeting new people.
He could set you up with quests if that is your
You.
if that is your wish. As for training, you may find some there. As well, you may have noticed the Colosseum if you have interest in the fights and betting.
Maybe some betting.
I would like to sleep on a bed.
Betting.
She has high dreams.
A little social awkwardness going on there.
For betting, you will have to acquire a house or you visit one of the many inns in the town. I'm sorry, you cannot
we
sleep
have-
here. It's just an office.
We've recently acquired a home, so
Oh,
we don't need your betting services.
good, good. You're more than standard adventurers then. You're not bums.
Well,
Have you seen Clairvel's shirt? He's definitely not a bum.
Oh, I thought he was just the speaker for your party. I didn't think he was an adventurer. So
He's
so
a
smelling, so clean.
I'm a bit of their biographer.
Ah.
I travel with them, keeping track of their exploits so that it can be shared with the world.
We can't find horses. He claps coconuts together behind us. So we're riding horses.
Everyone needs one of those. When you all die, he would flee and tell your story, of course, yes.
And it would be a grand story.
They all died heroically.
Well, most of them died.
Well, you're free to explore anything you wish. With these kind of recommendations, I don't think anyone would turn you down.
So the other guilds in town. I'm assuming there's a ranger or archery guild.
Oh, there's almost everything to be found here, he says. Northwestern part of the city, there is a forested area, home of many elves, known for their archery and where the Rangers Guild is.
Okay. My tiefling friend here would like to look at some tinkering services, or what was it you wanted to look at, May?
Artificing.
Artificing? You may want to find Lazam, the Halfling.
I will do so.
Be in the northern area.
Thank you.
And run one of the local bard college. I would like to be able to share the exploits of these fine adventurers so that they can be kept not just through orally, but also a written record for future generations.
Ah, the Bardic College, yes. The biggest one in all of Ashura lies to the west, near the royal quarter. A lot of dancing and singing going on there all the time. Too much for me. Gives me a headache. I stay out of that area. Can't tell if anyone is telling the truth or reciting lines to a play.
And for my other friend here, is there a dwarven mining or shipping guild in the city, or perhaps a soldiers?
Oh, there's lots to do with the military here. In case you're unaware, the kingdom doesn't employ a local guard. It's too weak. The militia had taken over a number of years ago. It's all military run.
How many men or how many beings are in your? Because they could have oaks or orcs or ogres. Or
a lot of oaks and birches.
A lot of oaks and birches. Yes. In your militia, how big is the militia?
Militia is huge. Militia is massive, but again, because of the pale moon and the demons that have overrun the land, the militia is confined to the city. There's not there's men. There's a lot of and women. There's a lot of soldiers, let's say. That can defend the city, but there's not enough to send to defend outposts all over the land. They'd be overrun, not enough to back them up. So their main focus is defense of the city, usually staying inside.
And that's why there's tyrants out there that were controlling the lands around my home.
He says that is the truth, the sad truth. So soldiers are wanted. Your dwarven friend, maybe he will help out.
Where can he find that? Or is there many of them in the city?
Royal Quarter, to the west, towards the castle.
Do you have any starry-eyed youth looking to sail? We did recently acquire a ship. We do need some hands if you have any
to the
workers.
southern end of the city in the warehouse district. That's where you'll find anything to do with the docks and shipping and general labor for ships. A lot of people there who know what they're doing. Ship hands.
Oh, Master Darvis, when we landed, how long have we been here? A couple weeks?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, when we landed, we had injured passengers with us. They were taken on the docks. Do you know where we could check on them?
Again, to the west, the Royal Quarter, there's the Temple District. All the temples are all in a giant area. So think of them as a giant circle, all built around the main church of Ashura. You will find many different temples to various deities there.
I just say to them when we're not talking to Darvis, I want to check in on the mages because perhaps if they'd come to their senses, one or two of them would stick with us to pilot the ship or to control the gem on the ship. So we don't crash. Claire Valley did a great job, but I think you were going to crash us.
Well, if you weren't shooting holes in it while I was trying to pilot it.
I wasn't shooting holes. I was trying to save the ship. Some other people were shooting holes.
Other people were shooting holes.
They'll remain nameless, okay? I was all about health and safety. You should take it up with health and safety with those other two, though.
Brah. He says, what else are you looking for? Anything else?
Well, I've already been down to the merchant's quarter the last time I was in town, so I know where that is. I'm relatively familiar with where that all is.
We've got a lot of equipment and treasures that we've discovered. What is your recommendation on where to speak to someone about these?
I'm sure nothing too valuable, so you don't need to send anyone to help us carry them or anything.
Is that like things for the ship that you want unloaded?
No, all our loot. I just don't want to tell them that we have a lot of stuff that's worth a lot.
Oh, where you want it identified?
I don't trust the guy necessarily yet.
Is that what you're asking?
Jackson will pull off his little silver ring. Things like this, small trinkets that might have magical effects, we are unsure.
He goes, have you heard of a Pathfinder?
That's fine. Is that like a game?
I've heard of that.
Pathfinders are very wise in lore and ancient relics, identifying items and employing adventurers for various scouting missions or duties or whatnot. There's a local one here. Her name is Wren. She would be able to identify odd objects. You said you're adventurers. Maybe you have something unique. She would be the best at that. Not only in identification, but also in history and researching rare items or backstories.
So she's a scholar?
Scholar, yes. Good word for it. You can find her at any of at the Pathfinder Lodge.
Pathfinder Lodge. Okay. At any Pathfinder Lodge?
Well, we'll say the Pathfinder Lodge. They have extra lodge. They have places they can stay, but there's a major one.
It's like a guild hall for them.
Yeah.
Say, what is she, dimension door between all of them or something?
That's exactly what she does.
I'm at the Western Lodge today. No, I'm at the Eastern Lodge. No, I'm at the Northern Lodge.
Poosh, poosh,
Now I'm at the Southern Lodge.
There's an alarm set up every floor so no one enters go in.
Ding ding.
She steps through the shadows to talk to you. She uses an illusionary image if there's two people at two different places. Well, all right then. Is there anything else that you can tell us that, about guilds that we should think about joining?
A lot of guilds. If anything you want to look into, I'm sure is here, one way or the other.
Are there any guilds that have particular animosities against one another? We should avoid talking to, say, the Bardic College about the Artificers Guild or anything along that lines.
Sure, nowadays is very civil. You'll see none of the craziness they have down in Atlas City to the south. That's where you got your sorcerer.
Was from Atlas City.
Are you from Atlas City?
No, I'm just fucking with it.
Then you'll know we'll have none of that here. No magical battles in the street.
What royal court were you from?
House Greenleaf.
Greenleaf.
Says for the most part, the city's pretty quiet. Nowadays, anyway.
Do we have any other questions for him?
I'm looking something up as you do that. Yeah, if you have questions,
good.
let me know.
When's the next battle?
Oh, for the Coliseum, right?
Battle's been going on all day. If you wish, you could take place anytime you want.
When's the next one that we should actually care about, though?
Sundays. Battles all day long.
We'll have some good ones later on today. I would say around supper time, come by. Some of the local favorites will be entertaining.
Who is your money on today?
Who's
My
the
money?
current champion of the Coliseum?
I will tell you. As he reaches into his notes.
Oh, yeah, I suppose he'd have to open up a logbook to see who's
Yes,
won.
yes.
The winning streak, right?
Ah, of course.
Let's not be
Tepin.
that famous.
He gives you a name, Tepin. Tepin is a barbarian who has been on a winning streak.
Is that with an M, Tepim, or Tepin?
Tepin.
I-N. Tepin.
Ah,
Your money?
that's where my money goes.
Oh, he's a bum.
Bardic Inspiration? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I think he's winning today.
Who's he fighting today?
He's fighting some lesser-known newcomer.
Don't even know their name?
Don't even care.
Devin's not going to make it.
How long has he been champion?
I'm putting 10 gold down right now. 10 gold on the Challenger.
On the Challenger.
On the Challenger.
Is this where we would place the bets?
We'll take bets.
No,
here.
I'm doing it privately with him.
Oh.
Oh, him and you?
Yeah.
All right.
You got your money on Tepin. Say the guy's a bum.
All right, I'll see that bet.
All right. You hold it. I
All
give
right.
him the 10 gold.
He has a little money box. He'll put it in the money box.
Yep.
Show the people at the counter. Watch us for tonight's fight. We'll see who comes out ahead. Says, will you be by to watch the fights then later on?
We might be. I don't need to watch it. I know how it's going to end.
I have some seats if you wish.
Where's the best seats in the house?
With me, I'll show you. I have a private box. Literally made of wood in the stand.
So you can sit up higher and see everything. Right?
Block everyone behind you.
A lot of on-the-nose stuff in this.
What time is the fight scheduled for?
We'll say supper time.
All right.
5 o'clock.
We will meet you back here in your private box, and I will bring a fine wine for us to enjoy the fight with.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
While we're talking about this, Claravel's intuition's usually pretty good, so I'm going to put 10 gold on it as well, on the challenger.
All right. You'll take your bet. You'll put it in the box. Kyloke, Claravel. All right. Take your money. Say, I'll see you back here around supper
Take your
time.
money?
We'll
All
see.
right. My friend, shake his hand. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you.
The same. Good luck to you and wish you well in this city. You've started off very well. You've made a powerful
Actually,
friend.
One more question. Being the Greyfield Legion, what kind of services does the Legion actually provide? Beyond telling us where all the guilds are and coordinating bets for the Coliseum.
The Legion acts as a faction that oversees the majority of the city's guilds. They are commissioned that the guilds must register with and lay out the rules for what can and cannot be done. They could also help you out with services, hirelings,
Nice.
anything else.
Your employee benefits.
That's right. Yeah. They're union guys.
401k. The hirelings is kind of interesting. Hirelings. Excellent. Good to know.
Trying to find my documents.
We'll see our way out.
All right. Make your way out on the lawn. You see a lot of people coming and going. Quite interested in the Coliseum. You can hear noise going on. There's fights throughout the day.
Well, I want to check out this artificer action. I forgot the word already.
Oh,
Her name was, what was her name? Lazam? Or his name, I guess. Lazam the Halfling.
Lazam, the Halfling, runs an Alchemist guild in the city. If you make your way there, over to that, you'll find a series of odd little buildings shaped similar to almost like hobbit houses in one area of the city that lead off into the park.
Little hobbitses.
Very, very brightly painted. The bright painted
eyes.
doors. Lots of flags and guild flags and whatnot. The Legion's colors are there as well.
Littered with flags.
There's a lot of flags. Making your way inside, you will find a little hobbit man named Lazam, and he will be the guild master of the alchemy station. You can see inside
Call
that
him that. Say, hey, Hobbit man.
Oh, Mr. Hobbit Man.
it is full of alchemy equipment, workstations, all kinds of stuff. You can find things where clearly artificers have been practicing here, and other related, what do you call that? Occupations, we'll say.
All right. So, I'm gonna go up to the Hobbit dude,
Mm-hmm.
like closer.
He'll say, well, look
I
at
would
the
like-
look
I
at
would
the
like to
height of
learn
you with that
things."
robot. Where did you find such a thing? Knock on it. Gong, gong, gong,
In
gong.
another dimension.
Get the hell out of here. Well, that's crazy.
Just a quick question. Did we go with her or no?
I would assume you're following around unless she wanted to go alone.
I
got her back.
want
All
to
right.
know how to turn this into armor so I can go inside of it and not be hanging on the shoulder. That'd be nice.
Well, that's the craziest shit I think I've ever heard. Oh my god. You want to go inside that metal contraption?
Yes.
Oh. Wow. I thought the other people were crazy. Okay. Well, and he'll start looking at
Don't
it.
act like you're not intrigued.
He starts looking at it. He gets out a little like screwdriver, for lack of a better term, starts poking at it near the chest. All of a sudden, the door pops open. The net shoots out and grabs him. He gets wrapped up in the net. Holy crap. What the hell is this? It's trapped.
Gregson will go and start helping out of the net.
He gets out of the net. Oh, that damn thing's full of surprises. Holy crap.
Is battle ready?
Goes and he climbs inside, starts looking around in there. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, banging around in it. Ah. Hi, he says, how tall are you? Gets a little stool, puts it out next to you, gets on, starts tape measuring you, see how big you are, and then goes back and climbs inside the automaton's stomach kind of thing, starts measuring around. He says, okay, all right. He says, is this something you wanted me to do for you, to build this thing? Or do you want to build
I'd
it?
like you to show me how.
Ah,
learn.
apprentice.
Yes, I am a
Yes.
level 1 artificer. I would like
Level one. I will determine your level, he says. You stay with
I'm a
me
master artificer.
and tutor. I will show you the ways.
That sounds pretty good.
He starts looking at it, just playing with all the cables. And what the hell is this helmet?
Oh, it's how I control it.
Oh, we'll have to look at this.
For now.
Yeah, I can make other ways to control it if I can make it fit over top of me.
He'll go, how long are you in town?
I don't know.
You're flexible.
You said you were from another dimension. What's that mean? Are you passing through?
I haven't decided that yet.
Ah, if you stay, I will teach you, and you will learn
I might
much.
as well stay. Pretty sure all my friends are dead, so.
Great! You got all the time in the world.
You have new
Right
friends now.
here!
Hey,
Yeah, we're like right here. Yeah.
Literally! Right here!
So much for
my
you got your
original
back.
party, not you guys.
No, my real friends, not you guys.
Yeah, not you guys. It's just a bunch of guys that found me at my darkest moment.
My original party. There's no point going back to my realm because I'm pretty sure they all died.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Forget
That's
that.
wonderful.
Forget that. You're here now. And you're going to
Like
learn
this
the
guy.
way of the artificer. Now let's look this thing over. So he takes you
You'll learn
aside,
lots from this guy. He's great.
starts showing you around the whole place, all the workstations you can use and everything. He starts
little feet.
sketching stuff up with a quill. He's like, oh, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do this. He's going to spend some time with you.
Jackson will.
May,
in
don't
for a
forget
second.
that you have the book on the schematics of that thing.
Oh yeah, this is probably useful.
He goes, what the hell is this? What's this written in?
Can I read it?
Yeah,
What is it written in?
common.
Oh, it's in common.
Well, you'll have to translate. I can't read this slop.
Okay.
What language is he speaking?
Don't worry about that. He points at you.
He's an illiterate artificer.
I only need numbers and
Numbers and
sizes.
sketches.
Too much jibber jabber.
Okay. I'll read it out then. I don't
All
know
right,
what
you,
it actually says.
you guys will spend time. That's gonna take you a long time. He's gonna spend days with you, teaching you things, maybe retrofitting the armor, trying to get it the way you want it over time.
I'll wait up for you guys. I'll
I'm sure
come
you'll
back
take
later.
breaks. Yeah, we can meet up with you in a bit. We gotta meet up with you for supper anyways. We gotta go to the Coliseum.
Probably won't have you standing there the whole time. Like, okay.
So where we want to go, guys? We got the temples in the west. We can go check in on those mages if you want.
Well, we need to head to the Pathfinder Lodge to
Which
get
is-
our stuff identified.
Which is also in the west, right? The western
Hmm.
part of the city.
Yep.
Seems like a lot of stuff is in the west. That's where your Bardic College is. If I want to check in with the, I mean, you could come to Clairville to see the elves. Not that we're full elves, but they're in the northwest.
Yep.
I didn't get a name of anybody there. You didn't give a name for the Rangers area.
Nope, you didn't get anything yet. He just told you an overall.
Mm-hmm. Are you forested area in the northwest of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's head to the northwest. We can talk to people on the way.
Yeah, well, let's head to the west because there's more things we can hit there. Because there's a few places. I want to stop in the temple. I want to check out those mages, and hit Lady Wren. Get some stuff identified.
Okay. Let's head that way.
I think
All right.
Jackson needs. Oh, Jackson needs to meet somebody in the west too, wasn't there?
Jackson needs to meet some people in the south, but he's
in the
not
south.
concerned about doing it immediately.
Is the Merchants Quarter in the south too? Is that where that was?
Merchants Quarter is more north. Residential is the middle of the city.
Okay.
Waterfront south. Royal Quarter west.
All right, to the Royal Quarter we go.
To the Royal Quarter. Where are you headed? Which place?
What's as we head to the Royal Quarter? What's the layout kind of like?
It's
got a lot of stuff that says west.
It's
so.
very, very nice. So you're gonna exit the city, the old city, via a bridge, a very, very large bridge that goes down, hundreds of miles to the water below. Bridge is very wide, made up of white rock and silver metal capping, and it goes for quite a distance to another part of the city, the Royal Quarter. As you go across, you can see the castle in the distance. It's at the height of the western part of the city, overlooking everything with silver spires, pretty much. As you make your way in, you see everything is a lot cleaner, more guarded. You see militiamen more so patrolling, higher-end merchants in very expensive clothing walking around here. All the shops look top-notch. And you can see the peaks of the temple district over there as well.
So the temple, I'm assuming the temple area is closer to the bridge than
Yes.
the other places?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stop into the temple.
All right, make your way over to the temple district, and you walk into a giant circle, a big circular road, where at the center, at the apex of it, is the church or the temple of Ashura. Gigantic towers all around a building, done up with statues of the winged goddess in silver armor out front. All around it are smaller, lesser temples. One you remember from the docks was the Temple of Culture-Kaisis, which was the goddess of healing. That's where your mages were being taken, and that's where you will go. Make your way over there to a simple place. It's
What's the name of the god of healing?
Where is my? Do
I didn't really catch the Kempelkaisis.
Poltergeist.
I'll get the spelling for you here. Sorry. Cultricis.
IXIC. Sorry.
Cultricis.
IS.
Cultricis.
And that's god
of healing. The gentle one, god of healing, rebirth.
As you walk through, Jackson's going to see if he recognizes any temple's god on their walls.
I think your gods would be unique to your own world, right?
Yeah, it's worth checking.
You're like, I know not these gods. Which world am I in?
Gotta get myself in good with the gods on this plane, okay?
Look, there's
Or
Helm
I
over
don't
there.
know any of them.
I don't think you're gonna find Helm here.
Nope.
Or what's another one? Moander. That's another forgotten realms god. Right.
None of them are here, are represented here. This is a very simple building. It has a couple, it's a one-story building. Couple pillars outside covered in ivory and stuff. A lot of white silks hanging as you make your way in. You're met by shrine maidens, which are just women that are like clerics, and but lower level, and just tend to the temple and the sick people here. Make your way in, and they will just ask you who you're here to see.
Hello, goodly missionaries. We're here to see the injured mages that came in off the ship that docked about 2 weeks ago.
All right, they will lead you in.
Is there a tip bowl or like a donation bowl somewhere?
For bits?
Yes, for bits.
Cheer bits right here. They'll have a large bowl up front. that you can throw any goods in, some kind of watch or check or coins, whatever you want to put
I'm
in
gonna
there.
put. I'm gonna drop 1 platinum in.
All right. They're very, very happy to receive thine.
Being new, will also drop in 5 platinum, not really knowing how much is the appropriate amount.
They welcome the money. That's what helps with the healing and the upkeep of the temple. So they're very happy to receive it, and will lead you into a main room. It's a large circular chamber where the middle of it is very low, and then it has some rising platforms where there's beds all the way around. And there will be the mages will be gathered here. It's been about a week. They're recovered.
About a week.
Yeah, they're still weak, but they're recovered. They're back to normal. And they're kind of just resting up in here, getting ready to head out, I guess it would be, very shortly. They will tell you that they recovered well. It took a long time. It took about the week, but they finally recovered, came back to their old selves. They don't have many memories at all. Their minds are pretty gone. But they just remember being from their lands, the elven lands in the north, the frozen reaches, and being led away by a local nobleman from Ashura years ago.
What are your plans, guys? I'm asking them in general.
All right.
What they plan to do now that their lives have been restored.
In general, for being saved from here, they just wish to return home, wish to return back to the elven lands in the north and see if family is there. Elves live for a long time, so it shouldn't be an issue, but to reconnect with people they have left behind.
Should any of you wish to continue, I don't know, adventuring or like to have some sort of work, we do need, we're in need of a couple of mages on the ship. Control the gemstone. I'm sure Jackson would have a little more information about that for you.
We're hiring.
We're hiring.
We're hiring, yes.
The general consensus from them, just from asking, is that they would rather return home. They've been gone for quite a long time. The last person who offered them adventure didn't turn out so well.
We did just save your lives, too. And it wasn't rush.
Is that a persuasion?
No, I really don't care enough to have them here.
I will just interject to them and say, we're not planning on leaving. We don't have a set schedule at the moment. We will be traveling at some point. So I mean, if there are those among you that want to return, we may have an opening for you.
We'll pause that. The place you're going, is it a chance on water or is it landlocked?
It is landlocked.
It's a good thing it's a flying ship.
Technically, they'll say technically the northern part of their land borders the northern ocean, which is, hard. Well, it's got ice in it, so it's not the most easily navigated thing. But it could be. The way they would traditionally travel would be straight north from Ashura to the frozen reaches to their land. But if you did, I guess, go by sea, out Journeyman's Bay to the west and then north, and then cut east, you could reach the top of the lands and then do a couple days travel down through the frozen north to the Elven land.
From the description of everything you just said, would it be faster than them walking?
Hard to say, I guess. I mean, ship, I guess, would be faster as long as you didn't get held up in the north. Downside, I guess, would be just having to brave the north, going south down to their realm versus going north, which is going to get cold anyway, but they could visit some sites along the way.
Could the ship not fly there?
If the ship can fly, of course. If we can manipulate the ship to fly, that would be the absolute fastest, of course, with no obstacle. So they say they have interest in, if you wish to return them home, they would gladly take that. If you want to persuade one or two to stay, you might be able to.
Yeah, we could do that on the trip.
Mhm.
We could do that on the trip.
I'll take
Or
you
go,
home.
oh, plans changed. We have to go somewhere else. Hang on, boys.
Hijacked. Not again. Get out the
We'll
jar.
Take you home. Just in case. If you do decide that you'd like to come with us, do let us know.
All right. Somebody give me a brief persuasion.
I will. That would be a 30.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, and I rolled a 6. You might be able to persuade the whole team to stay.
Hey guys, this guy has a really nice shirt. Let's join him.
Though they say, well, we'll need lodgings, of course. Not.
Aren't you staying here healing? you happen to be getting kicked out the exact moment that we arrive.
Yeah, somebody showed up for them. We got to kick them out now.
They say, no,
Yeah.
we can stay here for a little while, but if you're staying in the city.
Head out.
Are you asking when they would leave the temple?
When would they like to leave?
We'll say a week.
Okay.
Our plan, we'll let you know.
All right. Make an ally there.
Talking amongst themselves, going, "Hey, we can make it home in half the time with that ship. I'm pretty sure it flies."
All right, so you persuade the local ancient elves to maybe join your crew and go where you're going.
Just looking at them, how roughly how old are they?
Well, you're half elven, aren't you?
Yep.
They would be in their elder years.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
they've been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your grandchildren. Get like that.
I mean, they're elves, so they probably have lots of wear left on them.
Oh yeah. You talk to them at the temple and get an idea there that you could either have them join your crew or bring them home, depending on what you wish to do. But within a week, they'll be ready to go and have been persuaded to join you on whatever cause you wish if you need them.
Yeah, we should probably, Jackson, we should probably stop in at the dock supervisor, whatever you want to call him, and see how the repairs of the ship are going at some point later, after we've checked out this area.
I think we'll do that tomorrow. First,
Yeah.
there are about a few places we wanted to go, I believe.
Yeah, I need to check in at the Bardic College so I can at least get a record down. What's been going on here? They're going to want to know about it.
He's gonna press a record. He's going top 40.
Gonna make your way over there next. Make your way to the Bardic College.
Absolutely.
Make your way to the Bardic College. You see a lot of big, colorful flags all out front. Big, larger school-type building. And a whole bunch of people out and about nearby in very fancy clothing. They have various wraps and hats and scarves and lots of tights all over here and there.
All right.
Hey, I think I know this play. These guys are doing an old folk story that I heard as a child. I'm
When
just
we're
gonna drop them a couple coppers in their little hat.
You see them all dance and pick up the pace. They like the tips.
When we're not quite at the college, but within sight of it, so that we'd be like people from the college would notice in that, I'm gonna stop and make a bit of a scene here.
Okay.
My good ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you here on this fine day and have a fine story to tell you of adventure, excitement, danger, and far-off places. I'm going to give a performance check and give a brief taste of the adventure here.
Hey, Jackson, you got a bowl? Put it down in front of him.
28.
Jackson's
28.
Take his tire cat off and
28.
stand in front of him.
All right, you get quite the crowd. They flock around you. You see all kinds of interest, murmurs and whispers, and then crowd flocking around.
As I'm telling the story, I'll move behind my various party members, and I'll pantomime for them as part of the performance.
All right.
So Kylo raised his mighty sword, and I'll lift his arm up as if he's actually got a sword and swing it down for him, and then have May shadow boxing as if it's her concert.
May's not with us. She's at the.
Well, she could come and go back.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
come
I
with
don't
us?
really know if I'm here or not.
We'll say
As
you're
soon as
there.
he gets over to me, Jackson will toss his trident, the crowd, pull it right back to me.
They're very wowed by the display. You hear signs. Oh, that he must have graduated here. That man's a master. Lots of different shout outs and recognition. You're gonna make about 10 gold in tips, so you put on a hell of a performances as they throw money at you and wish to know more. Some of them come up to you and ask you more details about the adventure and about how you slew various creatures. They'll ask Kylo and Jackson and May, even Ragnar.
Yes, I swear the elder brain must have been like 60 stories high for sure,
60.
if not taller.
You'll see some of them even writing notes. Maybe they might want to turn this into a play or retell this. Some of them will approach Clairval and say, is it going to be a play? Are you making a play of this?
We shall have to see. I'm on my way now to the college to actually record this down so that it might be kept for posterity and then translated into whatever medium best pontifies what this story really means.
Oh, true showman. It's wonderful, wonderful. Well, we'll be there if it is a play. Be wonderful to see. A lot of them keep going on what they're going on, but they're very, very impressed by this big display. Brand new story. They're eager to hear something new.
So now I will walk my way into the Bardic College.
Walk your way in. You got the halls
Pretty
full
sure
of
he's strutting his way into the college.
a lot of different people all inside the college halls. They're quite full. People going here, there, and everywhere. There's classrooms going on, and you can hear people performing and practicing in the hallways.
I with a 28 performance roll, and I don't get more of a welcome than that.
You got a hell of a welcome in the street, but coming in here, they haven't seen you yet.
Well, that's why I did it within.
I see. All right, well, then you would be ushered in by the people in the street. They would bring you in and ask you, where are you headed? Like, what's your focus?
Right now, I'm looking to where you keep your records, where the stories are recorded. I might need to employ one of your scribes here so that we can get some of this story recorded down for posterity.
All right.
The record's in ye old HMV at the end of the hall.
You'll walk in with quite the entourage then to be led over to an area that's not so crowded. I mean, it's records, it's that kind of stuff. And there's people working in there, mostly writing things down, reading, whatnot, as you're brought in and introduced to people inside.
So, are you, ladies and gentlemen, the scribes here?
One man will pipe up. He'll say, yes, I am Talok. I am one of the scribes.
Halleck, the unsung hero of the Bardic College.
Well, yes.
Halleck, I have need of your services.
I'm quite busy.
I have an epic tale that must be recorded by the best.
Another epic tale. It's always an epic
I
tale.
will elbow Clairval in the ribs a little bit. Give him money. Tip him. Not loud enough for the guy to hear.
I'll do message.
Okay.
So that they can't hear me, but only Kyla can. There's a dance to this.
Okay, well, this is your stage, so carry on. Carry on, my liege.
Yeah. So I'll court him a bit. I'm gonna heap him with praise. We'll do a persuasion check to get my thing moved up just a little bit more on the priority list here. That would be a 20.
Wow. All right.
Which is the lowest that I can get.
You praise him up and down. He starts coming around. He comes around. He's all right, all right. 21. Oh, well, let's get you to the front here, he says. Pulls out a fresh sheet of parchment. Tell me of your tale, he says.
So I will. We'll give another performance check to make sure that the story is told appropriately. That would be another 21.
Nice. He writes it down as you go, being inspired as you tell the story, stopping you to get details here and there about
give him
different
a
things.
inspiration or two as he's going through.
All right. Being very inspired, he will take a little while to write all this down and go through it. You guys have heard the story quite a while now, but it's his first time hearing it. He will be very excited.
Just kind of polishing my bow while he's doing all this.
Guy will turn to you. That's not appropriate in the school, sir.
I'm not shooting it. I'm just cleaning it.
He'll go back.
We might be here for a while. This is what I want you to do. Go visit the elves as you're planning on. And I'm going to give Jackson 25 gold. Power, where's the best place around here to find a fine wine?
A fine
Run
wine?
along, boy.
If
Give
you
me
were
some
going
wine.
out to celebrate, where would you go to pick out a fine wine?
Right next door. There's a fine tavern right next door.
Jackson, let's pick it. Would you mind picking up some wine for our meeting later?
Thing, and Jackson will reach into his coat and pull out a bottle of whiskey and hand it to him for now while you tell the story.
All right,
Question for the pirate though.
Yeah.
Why is all the rum gone?
Yes, whiskey. As you continue to tell the story, people can go next door if you wish to acquire a bottle of wine, get a fine bottle of wine, bring it back. The gentleman gets all the details from you. He's very enthralled. He'll talk about what you want to do with this. Is this to be a story? Is this to be a play? Is this to be...
This is my gift to the college. Do with it as you may.
Oh, okay. He's very excited. He will take all the information and start making stuff out of it. You say, within a week, you'll see something.
The only request that I have, Kylo is very sensitive about his height. Please make sure you don't make him any shorter.
I'm not short.
He goes and gets the platform shoes. Yeah, but I'll take care of that.
See? Very sensitive.
I'm like 6 foot tall.
You leave a grand impression at the Bardic College. You know that the man who scribed this down will treat your tale with respect, and he may turn it into a bunch of different mediums that will start to flow throughout the city in the next while, so the word of your adventure will spread.
Okay. And that, gentlemen, is how we get a reputation that we don't have to do the legwork on.
But you're still going to tell the story in the taverns, right?
I'm still going to tell this. We're making how much gold? We're making more gold off me telling these stories than going on adventures. This is how we're going to pay to get to get our house fixed up.
I don't mind drinking for free at the tavern.
All right, you do very good there. Make your way back out into the streets. Where do you wish to go?
Okay, as I tell the guys, I think I'm going to leave going to see the Rangers till another day because we got a very busy schedule so far today. We've been a few places. I would like to go settle up my debt to the stable master and take the horse back to the house.
They probably appreciate that too.
They probably went out of business waiting for me to pay.
Make your way back there, and he will say, "My God, I thought you died."
No, just a long adventure.
He says, "Well, thankfully I didn't sell your horse."
Well, in fairness, there were a couple of times that we thought he died too.
Gets out his books, blows through them. He goes, "My God, I don't have time for the calculations. Just give me a lot of gold for this."
Give me a ballpark.
Persuasion, me and you.
What is my persuasion?
17.
Ooh, 18.
Oh. All right, you get him down. He'll get you about 50 gold. 50 gold. Time, all that time, taking care of the horse, feeding the horse, grooming the horse, not selling the horse.
Thank you for not selling the horse. It was my brother-in-law's horse. So.
He says, fine horse. That's why I kept it.
Yeah,
Settles
he's been
up.
around for a while, but he got me this far. So.
He says, you ever need supplies or taken care of, you can always leave it here.
Actually, let me buy.
50 gold, I would guess. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a long time, man.
Let me buy a couple weeks worth of food rations for the
All
horse.
right. He'll say 10 silver,
Silver, okay.
and you can have rations. Horsey rations.
All right. There you go, my good man. Thank you. Sign the ledger that I'm
Yeah, there you go.
taking my horse.
And you'll lead your horse out the way.
Over here quickly ask if they have any animals for sale.
They do, yes. Horses of all kinds for sale, yes.
Do they have smaller animals, not white horses?
Oh, what are you looking for?
Donkey.
Donkey for sale, yes. Donkey would be available.
Oh, donkey.
Donkey as per book price. We'll give you whatever it is in the book there for a donkey. It ain't that much.
Actually, see if he's got a couple of chickens there, Jackson. Maybe we can take those back to the house too. Fresh eggs in the morning.
Jackson will ask if there's anywhere that he can buy farm animals to keep with them.
Donkeys, gold pieces.
Donkey was how much?
8 gold pieces.
8 gold for the donkey.
Jackson will just straight up hand them.
All right. Oh, he's very happy. Well, with that information, he will.
Or he doesn't understand the money system in this world.
Oh, that's okay. He will say, "Hey, you got that kind of money? You want chickens? You go see Vladimir over at the bazaar. At the center of the city is a great bazaar where they have all these tents, a giant merchants bazaar. A lot of colorful tents all erected, people selling things in shops. That'd be the easiest place to find it."
All right, let's go see Vladimir.
Make your way over there. The bazaar.
Oh, what was the stabler's name?
Stabler's name? He be. Which one? Kilo.
What was he?
Just a human. Yeah.
Just a human.
Just a human.
Just a human. In a world of monsters, he's just a human.
Just a human. Make your way to the giant bazaar. In the bazaar, you're going to see streamers all across, from pole to pole. You're going to see colorful
Look, more
flags, tents. You're going to see people yelling, "Hey, 1 pound fish!" all over.
Very, very fresh. Very,
very
cheap.
fresh, very cheap. They're selling animals. They're selling food. They're selling trinkets. All that kind of stuff, all outdoors in little booths. Make your way over to the description of the place he gave you. Get in touch with the owner, and he will have all kinds of farm animals for you. You can get a pig, you can get chickens, you can get whatever you want.
That'll do big.
Is chickens, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Jackson's main concern is chickens, yes.
Okay. You need chickens for something?
It's a steady basket of feathers.
just gonna say, guys, we're buying these chickens so we have eggs. I don't want you doing any freaky deaky witch stuff with them. Right? We thought we got rid of Tess.
And you can easily.
Tess is going to come back and kill us. You're aware of that, right?
With her new god powers.
Jackson will explain to Kylo that partially for the eggs, also because it is a constant supply of feathers, which some of the spells he does need.
So you want to buy 4 of them, or you want to buy 2?
Okay. 2 for now. We'll see how that does on.
All right, you get 2 chickens. So now you have a horse, a donkey, 2 chickens, and you're walking around the city.
Does he? So while we're here with Vladimir,
Yeah.
Vladimir, my good man, do you have any small coops we can purchase for these chickens? Just something small.
So only the best chicken coops. Yes, yes. We'll sell them to you. A couple silver. We'll say 5 silver.
5 silver. How much for the 2 chickens and the coops together?
What's a chicken? If a donkey's 8, a chicken's got to be what, 2?
Hold on.
I doubt they have chickens in there.
Probably need some chicken feed too.
Again,
You know,
he'll
we're
give
gonna
you
have to
10
hire
silver for
somebody
some
to,
chicken feed.
watch our house.
Our chickens, we can't
One
go on an
chicken
adventure.
is 2 coppers.
Fire.
2 copper.
coppers.
Wow. Okay, even cheaper. Wow. Yeah, dirty cheap. Dirty cheap.
All right, so we'll give him 5 silver for his trouble.
You get chickens and you get feed in a coop. There you go.
Blue chicks. 1 coop. And some feed. All right, can we strap that on your donkey? We'll walk through the city.
What time is it in town at this point?
Yeah, you've been out for a while. You've been going district to district. This is a massive, massive metropolis. It's going to take you time. It'll be getting around that time. It'll be getting around supper time.
All right, should drop the stuff out. Should drop the animals off at our home. Meet up with everybody and head back to the Coliseum to stand on the one box so we can see over the crowd.
Gonna go back to the house, drop everything off.
And then collect it, yes.
All right. All right, put everything back and then make your way over to the Coliseum. You make your way over to the Coliseum around supper time. You see it's getting quite busy as a lot more people are coming in for the evening, watch fights. They got a lot of light spells and candles going. Lit this place up. Make your way in. You're bearing the colors of the Legion on your chest with your pins. Easily identified by the other people in the Legion's guild or the Legion's faction kind of thing over here. Ask you know, hey, where you going? What do you want to do?
Yep. Hello there, Legion member. Hi. How's it going, Legion member? How's it going? I'm a man of the people. Remember, I'm a folk hero. These people know me.
Well, they know you now. Make your way through the crowd and into the stands. You see, you see the common stands, and then you see at one end there's a box, a wooden box, and that's looks like where there's some seats set up. Make your way there. Darvis
So
will be
it's a
there to
box we
greet
can
you.
sit in, right? It's not
Yeah.
just a box that
No.
this guy's sitting on.
It's a nice overview of the fight. It's a good spot to see,
Okay.
and he'll welcome you. He says, welcome back.
Did we ever get wine, or did we just have whiskey?
No, Jackson got it. Jackson got the wine.
Okay.
Jackson did actually bother to grab 2 of them, actually.
Oh.
Because he felt like filling up with 1 bottle is stingy, given the amount of people we have.
I'm sure you paid like 20 platinum for them, right?
Well,
25 gold is what he gave him.
Yep. But Jackson spent twice that. He does not care.
Doesn't understand the monetary system in a sure.
All right, make your way in. You'll find
Negotiate prices.
find Darvis. Have a seat in his box. He says, you're just in time. Welcome. Enjoy the evening. How was your day in the city?
It
Productive.
was fruitful, yes. We got a few things for the house.
Very
Saw-
knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable.
Saw some guilds and
You went by the
Checked out some-
Adventurers Guild, did you?
not yet. No. Be doing that in due time.
Save it for another day. Excellent. Well, relax. He says that he goes to pour you a drink from the local stuff he has. Hands you out some cups.
Hand off the bottle to Craval at this point.
Jackson giving the bottle over to Clarabelle.
Both of them.
Did
We
we?
have glass.
He provides glasses. He has glasses. He says, you brought your own.
I got my traveling cup.
Well, let's break it open then. Break it open, spread it out through the cups, and relax and watch some of the fights below. You see that the combatants down below are martial display. No magic. They're combatants one-on-one, and he says certain times we have larger rumbles, we'll call them, with multiple people in there. Tonight is one of those nights, so you will enjoy. He says,
Are they royal?
well, if the princess ever came by, they would be royal rumbles indeed.
So for now, they're just.
Glad you didn't leave me hanging out there on that one. Appreciate that.
Sometimes even ladders and tables.
Oh, nice.
No chairs, oddly enough.
No chairs.
No chairs.
Chairs are premium.
Expensive to make.
He will show you a couple fights leading up to one of the larger fights, the one that you put the money on with the local hero. Guy comes out, larger barbarian type fellow, down below. Looks like he's squaring off against some kind of ex-pirate or seaman of some type down there. Still big burly guy, but not as well trained.
So this is Temin that's fighting now? Tepin.
Tepin. They introduce him as Tepin.
And he's fighting the pirate, the ex-pirate guy?
He's fighting a guy that looks like he's maybe a bigger guy, but he's not, he isn't that well trained, you can tell right away. Round starts off, they go into this. Tepin playing it up to the crowd, bolstering his weapon, showing off moves. The other guy...
Does that other guy look drunk to you? I think we might have made a bad bet.
Nah.
Definitely looks like he's not in the best shape of his life. Maybe he's had a couple drinks before the fight, warm him up, type thing, and they start going at it. He grabs a normal sword just off the wall, swings at the barbarian, who easily can dodge that. Bests him with the back of his pommel, knocking him in the head, shooting him into the sand below, getting rises and cheers out of the crowd as they square off. Darvis said, I don't know. I think you made quite the bad bet here.
Have you even thrown the first blow yet? You have little faith.
Look back, watch the two guys square off again.
I'm going to need a little more wine.
Tepin bests the man so much, he knocks the sword free from his hand, picks him up, begins bench pressing him in the air, throwing him here and there into the walls. It's making short work of him. Most of the crowd is cheering. Most of the crowd is on the side. They have a clear, easy bet on this guy's been winning every night, and he's been fighting guys who aren't really the best. Isn't that long before the fight's over?
Who wins?
Tepin. without issue. As he bests this sailor, this burly sailor, sending him off to the temples to be patched back up. Darvis laughs.
Jackson, we don't want to hire that guy for the ship, okay?
Enjoys his wine and says, "This is very good. I'm glad you guys have come back to the city, and welcome to the Legion. We won't even, no need to settle up on the bets. It's on me."
Well, we already gave you
You already have our money, so...
your money will be refunded or considered a donation to the Legion, which we'd be very grateful for, of course.
This shall be a donation to the Legion. Bet made, bet honored.
Ah, great.
Yeah, what the hell? Give it to the kids.
We'll pause and ask, since we're with that again. Is there any sort of citizenship I should be worried about? I'm from a different land.
He says, there's all kinds in this city. This is the biggest city in all of Ashura. There is an area in here where years ago portals had opened up to different planes, and lots of different people had come through. All different races and backgrounds, and from areas we've never seen before. Then a great event had occurred in the city, and the portals were sealed. Many of them trapped here, or just came into the city and lived in their own ways. Everyone is welcome. No one is judged as an outsider here.
No need for papers. Got it.
Night goes on. You see a couple more fights, and then they have a larger rumble. They have all kinds of different guys come in, and they all fight together in the center of the ring. They're just fighting each other all out to the last man, Thunderdome style, until one man is left standing, who is awarded praise, lots of money, and they call it for the night. Darvis thanks you for coming out, knows that you have somewhere to stay, is very happy to have given you your little badges and welcomed you in to the Legion.
From observing
guilds.
all this all night long, are they battles to the death, or are they
No.
do they show mercy at the
Mercy at
bottom?
the end, a lot of healers on site, a lot of clerics.
Okay.
Just till somebody is down. Somebody's down and out, they're KO'd, that's it. But it is quite fearsome. They do use the weapons, so blood is drawn. At the end of the night,
That was fun, eh?
big entertainment for the night. You relax, have your wine, talk to the guildmaster of the Legion in his special booth, watch the fights, have a nice time as you're welcome to the
Appreciate
city.
the invite there, Darvis.
He says if there's anything else you need in the city, you always come see us. If you ever want to set up anything of your own, or you need some kind of permits or overseeing, let me know.
Are there a lot of private guilds in the city?
There are private guilds, yes. Yes. Many that operate on their own as long as they're registered with us.
You don't happen to have any guilds that just check this for a second here.
Oh.
Where's my backstory? That hail from the barony of Sorvanthar.
He's heard of the place, but he doesn't have a guild that's directly set up for them that he knows.
Okay, that's a little comfort to myself, so thank you.
Anytime. He says, I thought you were going to ask me something a little more sinister.
No, I'm not into the sinister stuff. We left the sinister member back in another dimension.
Jackson will at this point actually lean forward and ask, I do have a question. Are there any criminal pirate organizations that we should be on the watch for while we're on the seas?
Oh, many, he says. There are quite the organizations out there. A lot of different piracy goes on once you're out of the bay and into the ocean.
Aircraft with an old elf likes to start at the south end of town.
Myself, no. But there's many who may have. You could always seek answers in the south, in the merchant's quarter, down by the docks.
What do you have, another crew member that you're missing?
I don't know how many at this point.
Hopefully they're more like Habe than they are like Fergus.
Night goes on. It gets dark. You leave the Colosseum with all the other people. Head back to your house. You have your chickens, your donkey, your horse. And head in for the night. Get a fire going in there. Do whatever you need to do. Maybe write some scrolls. Work on some notes. Go through some information.
Just before everyone turns in for the evening, tomorrow we should seek out the Pathfinder and find out about some of this stuff that we found in Ravencrest's place.
Good plan.
All right, night goes on.
Did did you leave the automaton with the artificer?
I assume that it's in the process of being rebuilt, so it probably is still there.
Yeah, you would take care of it.
I feel like it wouldn't be very walkable right now.
All right, turn in for the night.
Just for our own sake, 3 level 1 spells from each of you would run me 225 gold. So add spell scrolls to your inventory, please, because that's what Jackson's making for each of you.
All right, everybody get that?
Add 3 level 1 spells, scrolls to our inventory.
Yes, and write down what spells they are, because that is important for the scrolls.
Okay, I'll take two Cure Light Wounds and 1 Detect Magic.
The Cure Light Wounds, if you get them from me, it's a D8 plus 5.
Yep, it's giving you the scrolls from your spells.
So, being that it's the same spell, could I take his? Because I think mine isn't as powerful as that. What does mine do?
It's based on your modifier.
Okay, so the spell modifier? Where is that? I had it on the sheet somewhere.
Usually top of the page, second page.
Clairval's is better. We'll make an additional 3 of his.
Of course, Clairval's is better.
Is that the spell? Is that the spell attack bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a +4 for my wisdom.
So that'll be Clairval's.
Clairval's are better. Okay, so his do what?
1d8.
+5 instead.
Sorry, 1d8
Plus
plus
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, just note how many of them you have and what the effects are for it. So you're using the right ones, that's all.
A 3 of one of your spells. Jackson is asking what spells those would be.
Does May have spells right now?
I have a few first level spells.
You could do 3 scrolls based on those first level spells if you want.
Can she use any of her ranger spells in the new class?
They could be ranger or artificer before writing those down. If she's got her artificer spells picked over.
Yeah, I have both.
Okay, yeah.
What do I have? Okay. I feel like Hunter's Mark and Absorb Elements would be good.
Hunter's Mark's good, yeah.
What does Absorb Elements do?
Capture some of the incoming energy, lessen its effects, and store it for my next melee attack.
Ooh.
Oh. So if somebody cast like a lightning bolt at you, you could use that and
Just
deflect
like
some back at them. Nice.
Uno reverse.
Reverse some back at them. Nice.
Yes.
That's a good spell.
That's awesome.
2 of one and 1 of the other then.
2 of one of the other. You get 3.
Yeah, okay. Probably 1 Hunter's Mark and then 2 Absorb Element.
Alright.
Write that in my inventory.
Alright, so you make some scrolls.
3 for each. Over the 2 weeks that we've been here.
Nice. Very good, very useful. Get scrolls.
Okay. Yeah, so he's doing that. We're all turning in for the night. We're doing other stuff.
Yep.
What do I have here? I have some books. I'm just gonna sit down before I sleep and just read about the Firestone Mountain. One of the books that I found in Raywin's study. That was Firestone Mountain, right? I kind of had it scribbled down.
Fire something peak.
Fire something peak. Okay, I'll read about that.
It was an elven volcano, which was said to have the portal to the only known portal to the far realm. But something had gone wrong and was destroyed.
Good story.
Oh yeah, there's a whole history on it.
Should put me to sleep in no time.
Everybody passes out. You wake up for a nice new day. Got the chickens clucking around. You didn't buy a rooster, eh?
No. We don't. Well, I mean, we could get one at some point when we wake up. But for now, strictly for the food.
You're still dealing pretty much in rations, I think, at this point.
Yeah, we should probably stock up the. Maybe we should hire a cook.
How about a couple of us go get some supplies, a couple of us go out and hire some staff to tend the house while we're not here?
We'll need to hire maybe some hands for the ship itself.
I'm sorry?
Some hands for the ship itself.
Oh, some hands for the ship. Yep.
We should put out that we're looking for a crew. We're not probably going to hire them right away to see who's available. But for the house, I'm sure we could find a service that would tend to our needs. Like all we need is somebody to take care of the animals and somebody to cook and go out and clean and maybe go out and get supplies for us.
All right. How many people are you looking for?
You have dealings with servant staff there, Clairval, from your royal posting. What do you think we need?
We're going to need to head to the royal quarter. We're going to need butler to manage the overall house. We'll need. We're going to have to instruct him that he's going to need to hire some contractors to fix this place up. We're going to want someone to handle the cleaning of it. We're going to need some. I think if we hire butler to manage the house, give him instructions and funds, explain what we want done, he'll be able to take care of everything.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good idea.
You and I can go do that if you want, and we can. When we're done doing that, we can find the Pathfinder, or have the rest of you guys meet up with us at the Pathfinder. After
We'll meet you there, and afterwards we can go and see about hiring crew.
Sure. Actually, if you want, you could.
Whoever else probably have a smooth talker.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you could probably go down to the dock and put something up, or let them know that we're hiring. But Clairville is a smooth talker, so we might actually get some good crew if he goes and talks to them. Maybe there's a crew that lost a ship in a hurricane recently. Needs a ship.
Gonna make your way to the royal quarter, going looking for a nice butler. Make your way to a place called the Red Dragon Tavern. It's a very
Love the Red Dragon. We drank
know
there
the
before.
Red Dragon Tavern.
very
Well,
high,
and I drank there.
very high end. The staff is in matching uniforms. They have black and red, which are their colors. And as you all make your way in, they wouldn't just let anyone in, but having pins from the Legion, they see you're people of note. And maybe if you announce yourself, they may recognize you.
Of course.
Yes.
Your proper announcement. So that would be a 21
Oh,
performance check. And we will introduce the hero Kylo Wintershield, who you may have heard of his exploits in the Outer Realm.
Far Realm.
Yeah,
Far Realm.
Far Realm, thank you. Has exploits in the Far Realm. Soon to be made into a major play.
Coming your way soon, yes.
A major play. You hear that, they say, oh, the news has already reached us. Yes, yes. And they instantly know who you are. Haven't seen you before, so they're very, very excited to look
We've been
upon
here
you.
before.
The Red Dragon?
6 months ago, yeah.
Did you go to the high-end Red Dragon?
Yeah, because it's right next to the Adventurers Guild.
I see. As they invite you in, and they clear a way for you, bringing you to a nice table right in the middle of the area, getting rid of any of the riffraff nearby to seat you properly. And they're very curious. They're asking you about when the play's going to be out, and do you know who's going to play you, and things like that. As they bring by some food. And some drink for you, on the house, of course, because your reputation precedes you. You look around, relaxing. The upper part of this tavern is where the merchants are, and where most of the dealings and the trade takes place. The lower part is where I think you met the man who undertook the quest to go into the dungeon below the manor before and was quite mad. And you're on the main.
Yeah, there was a guy that wasn't there a guy that came back that was distraught about the whole adventure.
And you're in the middle on the main floor, enjoying the gifts that were given to you.
What did we get?
Food and drink.
Oh, food and drink, yes. As we're sitting there, I'm going to tell Clairval, I know we're here to hire a butler and that, and hire some staff, but should we maybe offer a position to our good acquaintance Sophia at the what was that other tavern called? I don't have it written down here. The blonde elf maiden at the other establishment.
Yeah. At the Stone and Raven?
Stone and Raven.
Stone and Raven, yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
No, and the reason we don't is because we then tick off the owner. You don't want to poach people from others that you still want to stay on a good basis with.
Okay, sure. It's just a thought.
Yep.
Thought she could use a change of scenery.
And that may very well be the case, but we do not go in offering the position. If she comes to us, great. great, but no, not a good idea.
I hear you.
Mess with your bar.
That's our local bar. Yeah.
All right, you look around, you start deciding what you're going to do, and you think the main best way to approach this would be to go upstairs, talk to some of the merchants and the tradesmen. If you're looking.
Oh, there's trade offices here?
Well, no, there's people just talking here. But this is where the high-end merchants, the traders, the big money dealers tend to meet. Higher-end establishment. It's where they feel safe. It's where they make trade.
Excuse me, waiter, come here. Come here.
Guy comes over.
We're in the need of some staff, some people to run our dwelling. Who is there anyone in the building today that we should talk to, or would have a connection with some good people to hire?
Points upstairs.
Names, friend. I need someone to talk to.
Let's say Argos. Argos, the trader up there.
Okay.
He'll be able to get you whatever you need. Usually friendly to those who aren't as well known yet or are newer to town.
All right. I'm going to sit and finish my meal, then we'll go up.
Have your meal, have your food, make your way upstairs. You see...
Clarabelle's in a rush.
Make your way over to this man that was pointed out to you. He looks like a very high-end merchant. He has a lot of colorful garb on, openly wearing rings and bracelets and things of gold and platinum. Talking...
Your shirt's almost as nice as yours, Clarabelle.
Talking business here and there. You approach...
Take the lead on this one, you've been...
No, you got it.
All right.
You're the negotiator. I just find people.
How many people do we got here?
3.
3. Gentlemen, how is everyone this fine evening?
They turn to you. They're smiling. They're happy. Cups are full. Food is there. Couldn't be better.
I put out 5 gold pieces here. I've got 5 gold pieces here to the gentleman that can best answer a few questions for me.
See, one man scoops it right up. Without a doubt. Says, I'll answer your questions, yes.
Argos?
Argos.
What's your meal today?
We're having some fine venison.
And where was the venison acquired from?
Local hunters.
Specifically.
Kind of thinks about it for a minute. You're talking about the woods?
I'm trying to find someone who's got a good lay of the land, knows the city well, so knows where the stuff's coming in from, knows who to talk to.
I
I'm
see,
trying to
I
find
see,
somebody
I
who's...
see. All right,
And so
all
far,
right.
this gentleman's not impressing me.
I see what you're asking. I see what you're asking. All right, he will give you the name of a hunter group registered with the Rangers Guild that provides some of the better cuts of meat and the better animals, specifically for this tavern first, as the others will get what's left at the end of the day.
They get the scraps.
And the establishment is rather lovely. Do you know who they use for their cleaning here?
Cleaning, of course, he says. We've many crews all throughout the city. I own quite a few of them, actually.
And who is the best contractor in this area of town?
Best contractor is Guy, by far. He's the only one I trust, the only one I use. Hire him for all my jobs.
Good sir, I think you can help me.
Looks at
So
you.
you know the name of a good animal handler for residential horses, donkeys,
Stable. master.
Chickens.
Chickens. Gives you the name of a man named Wrong. R-O-N-G.
Yes, just gave us the wrong name.
Give you the wrong name. A man down usually frequents a bazaar.
We're adventurers new to town. We've recently acquired lodgings that, quite frankly, are in need of some assistance. We're looking to hire someone to manage the home, handle for a fee the basic comings and goings of the building, as well as organize some improvements that we need seen done on the
He looks at you. He thinks about it for a minute. You look familiar. Where have I seen your face?
My face, I couldn't say, but this old adventurer here, this is the one and only Kylo Wintershield.
Wintershield, of course. I saw a paper mache face of you the other day in the streets.
Paper mache.
Yes, he says. I was down by the college watching a play, and they were trying something out. It was quite interesting. Something with you and a brain, I don't know.
News travels fast, doesn't it?
Actually, I will help you out.
Elder brain.
Where do you live, you say?
We give him the address.
All right, he says. I will send a man over. Only the best for a hero such as this man here.
Give us a name and a description.
Don't let the man size for you. His name is Tealeaf. He is a halfling. But he can do the job, and he'll do the job well, and he's a trustworthy fellow.
Excellent.
Is he bigger than one?
He's a smaller man, but he can take on the
Tealeaf,
job.
that is.
He says, I see what you've done there. Actually, that was pretty funny.
Thank you.
Insight check. How full of shit is he?
Oh, I got a 19. You got a what?
15.
Oh, I got a 19. You don't know.
All right. Leave another 5 gold for time. Thank you, sir.
Scoop it up. You'll have a man over there, he says. Jackson, what are you doing? Oh, he's on silent mode.
As they're discussing, Jackson is going back to the same writer they spoke to yesterday,
Okay.
and he is discussing that he'd like to make it clear that anyone who plays him in any of the plays, he'd have that they not be human or elven, just to give some of the other folk in the towns a chance at acting.
Ah, all right.
He's going to ask if there are any men who look like me, please do not give them the job.
All right. He will take note and put that in. He will not want to go against such great a story
It is
Clarabelle has
simply
given.
that Jackson is trying to make it as hard to identify him in person as possible.
He will take note and make sure. Where do you wish to go next?
Is there anything else Jackson needs to do?
Is May traveling with you, or are you traveling alone right now?
I think alone at this point, Jackson's gonna head down to the beach and see if he can find some pearls. It's a good look.
You're going to the...
Spend time until it's time to go meet up at the place to get things identified. Pathfinders.
Ah, okay, I see. Okay, you're gonna meet up there later.
Yep.
Okay, May, do you have anything specific? Chilling, waiting, going to the Pathfinder?
Like things to,
Something specific you wish to do. In town, well, Clarabelle and Kylo had taken off for a second. If there was something
Okay.
that was pressing.
Yes, that only took us a second.
I mean, I'm just kind of trying to, it's the apprentice.
Yeah, no, you can always check in and work with him.
Are we identifying things today as well?
Was going to be my next suggestion as we head to the Pathfinder Lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our plan to meet up after we went
Okay.
to the Red Dragon.
Spend some hours in the morning going out and getting staff for the house. Jackson makes his way around here and there. May might check in with the Artificers Guild. And then you all meet up after midday At the Pathfinder Lodge.
Actually, before
Yeah.
we go there, should we meet with Tealeaf? When's he due to meet us at the house?
He said he'd send the guy by tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay. While we're out on the way back to the Pathfinder, we'll pick up just some supplies to last us a couple days till we hire some people.
Okay. Throw another couple silver out.
Yep.
All right.
And then we'll head to the Pathfinder.
Okay. Make your way to the Pathfinder Guild. What you see before you is a large lodge. It is a wooden structure made out of logs, like a log cabin, but it is quite big, and it is built upon some nice grounds. They have some good, what do you call that? What's the word for that? Landscaping here and there around. Little cobblestone path that's quietly pushed back behind a couple houses. It's not anywhere near any commercial establishments or goods or guilds. It's in a nice quiet part of the residential area. Make your way over, knock on the door, let yourself in. You're standing inside of a large, all wooden floor, the big log wooden walls and the high arched roof above. To the right and the left are many bunk beds. Looks like where people could stay that are part of the Pathfinders guild or party or whatnot. At the back of the room, there's a simple chair and a fireplace, and then 2 doorways leading beyond, possibly into a kitchen or another room adjacent. You see a woman inside, seems to be humanoid of Eastern culture, who is named Ren. She has on her very many bags and straps, books strapped to her belt, scroll tubes over her shoulder, large books out on a table, quills, and we'll welcome you inside.
Greetings, Lady Wren. Thank you for seeing us.
Say, and who are you?
I'm Kyloke. This is Clairval, and May, and Jackson, and Ragnar.
She was like, "Oh, I know you. I've heard a story recently."
Welcome.
There's not much news in this city that doesn't escape my ears. You just come back from, was it the Far Realm?
Was.
Oh, she seems very, very, very interested. You can see her eyes light up at that. She said, "The Far Realm. I've never seen. Oh, what I wouldn't have paid to have you as my researchers at that
It was
time.
crazy to blow your mind.
I would love to know it all. I must know every detail." She will, like, that's all she does is research on this stuff. But she says, "But that's not why you're here."
No.
Perhaps we can come to some sort of an agreement. Why we're here is we've collected many items while we were in the Far Realm, and quite frankly, some of them are beyond us. We were hoping that we were told that you were the person to see.
She says, "Now, normally I wouldn't just identify items for anyone who walked in here. You'd just go to a local enchanter or someone at the Mages Guild, but for you it's quite different. You come from a different plane. A different plane. Adventurers who've traveled like that." She says,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and create an image of the starscape that we saw when we were just floating around there and nothing.
She's utterly impressed, overwhelmed with this information, needs to know everything about it, where you saw it, how you got it, everything.
You should throw one in there of the scape that we saw in the final battle with all the mouths and eyes in the sky in the when we were fighting. I wouldn't show her Raywin, but
Yeah.
that was a little too much. But just the sheer
Yep.
oddity of
I
the
would be
Far Realm.
happy to spend a day or two telling you of our adventure.
She welcomes that greatly. She says, "I will identify anything and everything I can. All these unique treasures you said you found on this different realm. It's easy. I mean, unless there's something quite amazing in there, it would take me some days. That's not a problem."
Jackson will smile, but I actually do have something you might delight in. He's gonna reach into his coat and pull out the religious spell book.
Oh, she will be very interested in this.
Now, I can copy this all down for you. or you can read it yourself. But anytime you're looking at this, I'm going to be.
She says, I fully understand. I would not let knowledge like this out of my sight, too. But you had said at the beginning, when you first came in, that maybe we could make a deal?
You're looking to hear of what we experienced, what we saw. I'd be happy to share that with you.
That's great.
I also have a collection of books that were written by someone who researched the Far Realms for many decades that I may be able to either have your scribes copy or impart to you.
I am the scribe. I would self-copy them. It's what we do. And you could, she points to the other room, and you could just make out in there is a desk overrun with parchment paper, spreading off the desk onto the floor. She says, knowledge is all we do. We just collect knowledge on everything and everyone and every place. This is my life.
I'll just show her the first book, which is the Far Realms, outside multiverse from Raven's study.
And she'll say, this brings me back to the part where you said deal. You have a book.
Said you're going to identify these items for us.
And in exchange, would you do something for me?
It would depend on what that something would be. I'm a brave man, but a blanket guarantee is not something I'm prepared to offer.
If your request is going underneath a mansion, the answer is already no.
And we are very weary of our travels. We were gone for 6 months, so we're just getting our bearings again. So
well,
ask what she's going to ask, gentlemen.
When you're ready, of course.
Just making her understand what our situation is.
But you have books on a multiverse. You've been to a different plane. These are the skills that I need. That something's happened, and you're the perfect ones for this. She explains, a Pathfinder usually employs a bunch of skilled adventurers, each skilled as a master in their own trade, to help her or him on their adventure, their overall mission, which is usually collecting information, finding things out. They take the field, the dirty work, to retrieve this information. And I led such a group last year under the, I forget the term. Is it Equinox, or what's the other one? What's the one in the fall?
They're equinoxes. One's a.
All right.
There's a vernal equinox.
Yeah. Anyway, during the equinox, there's this mirror, she says. And upon the equinox, it opens as a plane to another world. I was so overwhelmed by its power, I sent the group through. But they did not return. The mirror has been shut for over a year now, but it will open shortly, within the next month. I wonder if I could employ you to go through and find out what happened to my original group. Maybe retrieve them and bring them back.
There's a good possibility.
You have the most experience being on a different plane.
Do you have any markings from the other side that could give us an idea of where this plane lies, without going through the mirror?
The mirror itself stays open for at least a week, if not longer. And at that time, I retrieved one document. She shows it to you. And it's a picture of a castle made out of almost black rock over a giant chasm that's shaped like a rose.
Really?
Knowledge history?
I know what it is outside of the game. It's Darkheart Keep.
23.
You wouldn't know it, but I think... No, Jackson wouldn't either. No.
Roll and see.
Which plane are you from?
I'm from Faerun.
He wouldn't know it then, would he?
This is from Kryn.
It's from Kryn. No.
Yeah.
I'm
He is
in.
from there, no.
That's all she has. She says, I sent them through to investigate what this was, but they failed to return.
I think more of what we're looking for, just because my friend here, Jackson, is a navigator who owns a ship that may have the means of traversing to this place without going through the mirror, because I don't think the ship will fit through the mirror.
No.
I don't want to walk through a mirror and be alone again.
She says, I don't think you can reach this place by any mere ship.
It's not average, I guarantee that.
She says, from what I gather, it's a pocket dimension. Anyway, if you have interest, let me know before the equinox. Very important. But I will identify these items in the meantime.
Anytime soon, so.
All right, she'll get your address, where you're at, where you're staying. And say, let me look at your items. Now, I have a notepad file here. Do you want me to post the whole thing or everybody's stuff separate? And Ragnar's stuff and the extra stuff.
Well, we need it all posted because I'm assuming we're planning on sharing with the group.
Yeah.
That's how we normally play.
Yeah.
So if I do this, let me try this real quick. Do we still have that Mega PM? Yeah, here we go. It just doesn't have Ragnar in there. I can't add him to the group for some reason. Let me try pasting this. Will this work?
I mean, you can paste his stuff right to him if you want. Too. Where is that massive group? I don't see
Did
it
that
here.
work? Oops. Let me see. What's the last word on here? Let me try this. I'm going to hit enter. See if you guys can all see this. Whoop, wrong enter.
It's a notepad file?
Yeah. Well.
That's how I sent my list to you.
Oh, it's too long. Okay, how do I just post a notepad file?
I just dragged it into the chat.
Oh, that worked? Okay, let me try.
Yep, it will work.
Okay. Let me save as. Let's put it on desktop.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to take a quick break. Just I'll be right back.
While she is identifying the items,
See, it never works for me.
Jackson will go ahead and go over to that room full of scribing equipment and start writing out the wizard spell for her.
Oh,
The
nice.
wizard spell book for her, using her materials of purpose.
See, I can't drag and drop files. Oh, wait, I can... Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, never mind. I got it. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, so in there, what I did, just so everybody is aware, the first one was Jackson. The second set is Clairval. And the third one, Kyloke. Fourth one is kind of Ragnar / whatever there was. The wand at the very, very bottom, she will be working on for a while because it is a larger item, requiring a lot more information. Anything you don't see in there you want to know about, DM it, and I will work on it over the week.
What's the red? I could be the size of my screen here, but you're cut off on item number 7 for mine.
What do I got to hit? Expand?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh, it is cut off. Automation book.
Yay!
Crystal material worked on by a master plus
2.
materials.
Oh no, that's it. It wraps around. Yeah, teaches how to craft an automation. Oh no, wait, that's for him. Sorry for him. Oh.
You can download the file, right? Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you got to scroll over. Okay, red crystal material. Worked by Master Smith, 4,000 gold materials, and 7 days to create. Upon a critical, the creature rolls a con save, DC 12, or becomes crystal and restrained for a turn. Second save at the end of its next turn either breaks the effect or becomes permanent.
So So that'd be like a magic item that we got there. So
You would imbue the crystal into a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this we're talking about?
Item number 7 on my list.
Yeah, you're number 3. You're the third paragraph down. The fourth one's
wait.
Ragnar / everybody / unidentified.
I'm going to edit this so I know. Who's the first one?
First one is Jackson.
Jackson. Okay. And the second one is Clairval.
Yes. And if May has anything not in
Third
there,
one
we
is
can
mine.
identify it
I
over time
have
too.
things.
Okay.
All I know is that they're weirdly glowing, and I don't know what they do.
Do you remember vaguely where we found them?
Well, she has the dagger that I gave her that we found on somebody. That's the one with the swirling purple and was it onyx?
I'm grabbing
Purple.
the DM's guide just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, anything that you
I-
didn't list, Kylo, there, if you didn't put it in there.
Yeah, I didn't put it in because I had given it to her a while
Okay.
ago.
So yeah, those things, let me know. You'll have to DM me and I'll have to identify them. I know she had the dagger you gave her. You got to tell me where you got that, circumstances. What else did you guys have that she had?
Someone gave me a hand axe that is glowing.
That was, I think, didn't Ragnar give you that?
I think so.
I'll have to find out where it's written down because it was.
The hand axe is just a +1. That's a +1 hand axe.
Oh, here's the dagger. It says I don't know where we found it, but I think it was later in the game. It was a dagger. Oh no, there was 2 daggers. I think she found one that I had written down. I think, or I had found it and gave it right to her. There was one that I gave her a while back. It was a dagger with a sheath, dark aura, and light shining. It would have been found around the same place that I found the crystal lenses, probably from the dwarf, the dead dwarf.
Then I have 20 weirdly glowing arrows.
Oh, nice.
Oh, magic arrows. Okay. We'll have to ID that too.
I don't know where I wrote down the other dagger.
Because that was the ammunition.
+1
I do
battle.
not remember where the
I don't
arrows
have
came
it.
from.
Oh, they're definitely +1, yeah. They might
I'll
have had
have
a
to check the
secondary
notes and
effect.
see where that other.
But so far, dagger, axe, and arrows were +1. If there was any other effect, I'll have to find out.
I have that battle axe from Ragnar's bag. That's you didn't put in the list for me.
The battle axe was just a +1 battle axe, I believe.
Okay.
Is that under Ragnar?
I
I
gotta look
forget.
at my list here.
I thought I put that in.
Who's the third one or fourth one down is Ragnar?
Ragnar / other stuff nobody claimed that I found in my notes.
Ragnar / other stuff. What's he got in there? He's got Helm of Brilliance. I think he's wearing that, isn't he?
No, the Helm of Brilliance, I don't know if he's wearing it, but the Helm of Brilliance was what he got at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay. The rapier he's definitely using. That was his sword he was using.
No. He has a big machete
Oh,
type
he has
sword.
a scimitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a scimitar.
That was a rapier that was initially planned for Clairval or whoever.
Oh, okay.
Very beginning of the game.
Wand from Far Realm. Cannot be used
There was a
for
wand
fight.
on a ledge that you guys had to get off the ledge near the entrance
yeah.
to thing. That will take some time. She will actually identify that as a very, very powerful item. So she'll give you full notes on that.
Hunter's coat +1 leather armor, 3 times charges with the renewed dawn. Hit an undead on. I don't remember where you even found that one.
You got the hunter's coat on the altar inside the eyeball when you guys went through the eyeball into that room before it turned around and dropped you at the Elder Brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nobody wrote that
Oh
one
yeah,
down.
he went and picked stuff up. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
pick anything up there. All right, what do I have here? So I have the statue in the music box. It's worth money. The vial or jars of liquid from the tower. That's the stuff I gave to
Yep.
May just now. Alchemical use, no value on market. It's for the automaton.
Yep. Yeah.
Crystal lenses, eyes of the eagle. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. DM's guide. Okay. +1 studded leather armor. That's the armor that I'm wearing. It's got a +1 on it. You gave me a +1 on stealth checks. That's what you said.
Advantage on stealth checks.
Not self.
Advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other? There's no other things to it.
No, you get advantage on stealth. It was dark leather armor. It made you more stealthy.
Yeah, it's dark. And it's masterwork too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's well tailored.
Yeah.
Yeah, masterwork. So it gives me an advantage on stealth, so I get to roll stealth twice and take the better one.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. What's we got here? Noble cowl with gems. So it's just it's an art item. Okay, so I can sell it. Robe of useful items. So the robe of useful items.
Right.
Well, do they refill, or is that now that when it's identified, does it refill, or does it only have the 10 pockets with whatever?
I thought it was just the 195. I think it's just the 10 pockets. Once they're gone, they're gone.
I have 2 pockets left.
This robe has cloth patches of various shapes and colors covering it. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or the creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment.
Okay. So there's 2 patches left on it.
Yeah.
So wooden staff from Salads, useless, no value.
Yeah.
It's just a wooden staff. Okay, make a good ornament in my room, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Starlight Battle Axe, +2, 20-foot white radius light, advantage on attacks versus incorporeal creatures, and 2d10 damage to incorporeal creatures. That would have been useful.
Holy crap.
If critical hit, can strike a creature whose body is on the ethereal plane as if it were on the material plane. Oh, could come in useful.
That's insane.
Yeah. So the short sword, well, that was from that mystic dwarf. So
Yeah.
Short sword +1, that's the one I've been using all along. You told me it was +1 to begin with, so so it's just a +1.
I mean,
Shining sword.
just a +1 is awesome.
Oh, it is, yeah. Especially since your world doesn't have a lot of magic.
That's right.
The light, does that do anything? It's just orange light.
20-foot radius, so you can light it up like a torch.
Okay, so it's just luminescence,
Yep.
or whatever it is. Lich necklace and rings. Cursed wearer believes them to be of great value and has a hard time parting with them, but would fetch 150 gold for the necklace, 50 gold per ring. All right. Well, I took it off without any problem.
Yeah, you can take it on and off. You just a little tougher to part with them.
Yeah, they're nice looking baubles.
But you haven't been able to sell them yet, though.
I haven't had a chance. Platinum bracelet, brooch, and bloodstone. Nice, 400 gold, 250 gold. They're just baubles.
They're baubles. They're very unique ones. So maybe you can either sell them and get the money, or you can turn them into something that's unique, no one else has. You have like a bloodstone ring, and you have like an elven brooch that had like sapphire and silver on it. So
Yeah, actually, the elven brooch I'll probably wear because it's assorted gems per book. What is that?
So you had a series of gems. I think you had written down on your original sheet, and we'll go through those.
Yeah, there's
in the book.
6 small gems and 8 larger gems.
Yeah, they're worth various gold.
And then the Tome of Leadership and Influence.
That's a big one. That's almost. Yeah.
Is that the gem encrusted book with the
It
people on
is. That was in Raywind's Tower.
Yeah.
That is a big permanent tome.
That is
is
something
cool.
that May's probably going to want for the Artificer thing.
It's going to give you a permanent boost to your ability scores.
I will sell it to you for your soul.
That's not how it works.
Okay, my audio totally glitched out. I have no idea what you just said.
Okay, so you got a book that once it's read, you get a permanent bonus. You said leadership and influence?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is that
Okay, so that's
wisdom and charisma?
No, that's charisma.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be a player value then?
It would, but I'm already maxed out. I don't think I'm already at a 20 charisma. I don't think I can go higher.
It would probably help me. I only have a 9 charisma. But
Yeah, I'm good for charisma, I think.
All right.
Okay, yeah, no, I thought it was intelligence. That's why I thought it was going to May.
Okay. You didn't list the window in here.
No,
So
the window was from the robe. So it was just one of the items that the robe
Okay,
produced.
so it just
Yeah.
does what it says. It's a
Yeah,
plate glass
yeah.
window, magic window that does it's a 2 foot by 4 foot window.
Yeah.
Okay. And that short sword was named Greymore's Blade, right?
Yes. Yes.
So Kylo's Blade.
Cross his name out.
Okay, so the total leadership and influence, let's say it would increase my max as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so your charisma score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score.
Wow. Yeah, it's a big item. That's a huge item.
Yeah.
So the red carnelian, that's like a gem, right?
That's a jump. Yeah.
Okay, so that's just one of those gems you talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of gems that are worth a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little chest of lead discs, that was just something that came from your list of junk items.
Yeah, junk items.
However, I have a use for the gnomish clown outfit. I'm probably going to donate it to the Bardic Guild.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna put it on the butler. I'm like, what?
Oh, maybe.
He's not gonna
We
do
get a-
that.
We get a gnomish butler, sure. Oh, so what is the? Oh, I'll have to look up what the crystal lenses do, right?
Yeah, they. I think it's just perception checks. I think.
So for those
116
watching,
for-
we want
I
to
have
start with
to
the
look here.
inventory.
Oh, what's that, Jackson?
But for those watching, which inventory do you want to list off first for viewers that might be curious?
Like, do you want to go through your stuff?
Yeah, you can go through.
For the viewers, because
can go through
they might want to know
Jackson's,
what items we have.
Yeah.
Where's my?
What do we want to start with?
So for your lenses, the eyes of the eagle,
Hmm.
you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. In conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extreme distance creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across.
Nice.
Yeah, so like Jackson has the Black Blade, which is a +2 cursed longsword, with a curse that makes it want to kill anyone nearby, to quench its bloodlust, which cannot be quenched, so it keeps killing. +1 short sword, Lich's Spellbook, small rings, Far Realm Dagger, which is interesting. Upon critical hit, tentacles tear through the material plane, attacking the victim, which must roll a charisma saving throw. Versus your spell saving DC, or take 3d6 physical damage and become frightened.
Is that the dagger that Jackson has? Is that the one
Yeah.
with the swirling purple? Okay, that's the one I was
Yep,
talking about. I
yep.
thought May had it.
Oh, okay.
The
Uh,
one Jackson has is the purple and white one with the cool
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Automaton
that's the one.
book. Obviously, we know how to build automatons. Clairvel has the Onyx Dog, which is a tiny statue. It can turn into a dog for a while.
Oh, nice.
The Sun Jewels, which are unique, magically created art items worth a lot. He has a Staff of Healing he got from the actual man who was dead at the top of the tower, who told you to stop Raywin's Cube. Dragon Shirt, of course, which doesn't need to be magical. It's just awesome.
It's just a charismatic shirt, yeah.
He got a Javelin of Lightning from the guy sitting at the table in the one room where we had to use a shadow to make a key for the door.
Oh, wow.
Coral Armor, which is half-plate armor with coral designs upon it. The red crystal material from the giant sickle creature, which can turn people permanently to stone, for lack of a better term.
That was the thing that Gans was in, right?
Yeah. Screaming Shield. It's a master-crafted shield, worth 100 more gold than a normal shield. Leather-bound book cover we found in a room that was flooded at the beginning of the adventure. A jewel-encrusted mugs with the Raven crest in it from the drinking room. Gold statue music box, of course, you had the jars of liquid, crystal lenses, studded leather armor that makes you more sneaky, noble cowl, robe of useful
Get my
items.
sneakiness.
Starlight battle axe is a big one, man. That's insane. Short sword with orange light lich items, platinum bracelet, assorted gems, tome of leadership and influence, helm of brilliance, which can cast spells. So the diamonds, the rubies, the fire, and the opal, they cast spells out of the helmet. They're very powerful.
What does that do? Does that increase the wearer's intelligence to be able to cast those spells, or does it?
No, it
just
casts
give
them
the-
right out of the helmet. Like here,
So it's,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
so it's like a wand, but it's a helmet.
A rapier +1, purple and black glow made of moon steel. Functions as a ring of spell storing, but all damage released from the spell is necrotic or negative energy. A wand from the Far Realm, which our Pathfinder friend is identifying for us because it is truly an artifact. And a Hunter's Coat, which is armor that renews at dawn. You can attack undead in it and do radiant damage.
Okay, so for the Helm of Brilliance, each of the different gems does something else. So once you use it, that gem is gone. So you've got 2 diamonds. So once you've done the diamond one twice, you can't do it again.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
Forever.
So it only has 7 spells in it.
7 spells.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can use an action to cast any one of the following. The save DC is 18.
So it's high.
Yep. So Daylight for the opal, Fireball for the fire opal,
Mm-hmm.
Spray for the diamond, Wall of Fire for ruby.
So he had some powerful spells at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And he just put it on or threw it in the bag.
As
Well, he
long
wouldn't
as hold on, there's more. As long as it has at least one diamond, the helmet emits dim light for a 30-foot radius when at least one dead is within the area. Any undead that starts its turn in the area takes 1d6 radiant damage.
Nice.
As long as it has at least one ruby, you have resistance to fire damage. As long as you have at least one fire ogle, you can use an action and speak a command word to cause one weapon you are holding to burst into flames. The flames emit bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10. The flames are harmless to you and the weapon. When you attack with the blazing weapon, the target takes an extra 1d6 fire damage. The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or until you drop or stow the weapon. Roll a d20 if you're wearing the helm and take fire damage as a result. Roll a d20 if you're wearing the helm and take fire damage as a result of a failed saving throw against a spell. On a roll of 1, the helmet emits a light from the remaining gems. Each creature within 60 feet of the helm other than you must succeed a DC 17 dexterity saving throw or be struck by a beam, taking radiant damage equal to the number of gems on the helm. The helm and its gems are then destroyed.
Yeah. I gave it to him at the beginning. I wanted him to use it.
Yeah, that would have been good. At least the bursting his weapon into
Yeah,
fire,
man.
he wouldn't have had to put oil on it like he did the one time. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So you found lots of stuff. And I mean, if there's anything else you think of, I went through the notes, but if there's something else we created on the fly, might not be
Now,
in
what
there.
about did you say something about the suns?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had the
Sun jewels, unique magic created worth 750 each.
Now,
So,
do
super
they have
expensive.
any usefulness for us on the ship with the navigation or no?
No.
No.
Jackson will ask this Pathfinder as they're identifying the stuff if the curse and the +2 are part of the same enchantment of the weapon.
Like to try to separate the curse from the +2?
Yes.
Could be done.
And where we would have to go to get something like that done.
She will investigate for you. If that's something you wish to do, she will look at it, see what she can find out. See if she can find history on this blade.
Exercise the demon.
Because this blade has history. It killed you when you described to her where you found these items and what they were, that there was all these dead bodies all around this thing. People have all slain each other trying to control it. So there's a history there. She will have to uncover.
And all the books were just research books, right?
Research books, very, very important, yes.
Which could be worth something to the right person.
Well, worth something to
Or
her.
to ask
Yeah.
as well if we'll predict the 4 random alchemical books that you pulled
Yes.
and ask if those are worth anything or if they're just standard alchemy books.
They would be more so standard alchemy books.
Speaking of alchemy, what was the blue potion that was found in the room with Gans?
I know you got resistance potions. A what?
I've got 3 resistance potions left. I used the psychic one.
Mm-hmm.
But I have 2 dark blue potions, which you said were growth potions +1.
Oh.
But then there's a blue potion that was found, I think with the chrome shield, in the same room that we freed Gans from the Ember.
That's actually, you know what? Because I just looked the other day when I was looking at this about that mirror, that chrome shield.
You
Depending
can probably
on...
get the dent bumped out of it.
It was all dented, yeah. Thought it was on the back of. Oh yeah, right here. 3 healing potions, 1 dark blue potion, growth, money, gems, mirror shield, polished chrome with a dent. That's what I have written down.
Okay, so there was only one. I had it written in 2 different places. One was dark blue growth potion. I thought it was a 2.
Okay.
So it's just 1 potion of
Yep.
growth.
Yeah, because I thought you might actually take that and then grow really big and try to fight that creature Godzilla style.
Oh yeah.
I gave you the option.
We'll get to the ship one day.
Yeah.
We're at midnight there, boss.
Yeah.
I gotta log off at this point.
Yep. Any questions, just DM them or put them in that group DM, and then we'll identify everything. You have 1, 2, 3. I think you have 4 quests right now. Local Pathfinder needs help. Escort mission to bring elves back home. Treasure map. Oh no, that's the same one. And maybe just the elves to join your crew to go do your own mission so far. So again, as you tend to figure out which quest you want to do, let me know ahead of time so I can get going on that one.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll wrap this up. Thank you guys for coming out. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Woohoo!
See you, Drake.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna play us out.
Okay.
See you guys. Have a good night.
See you guys.
UPM Gaming, we do D&D on Sunday night from 9 till 12. And the rest of the week, we stream 10 till 1 in the morning, different video games and whatnot. Play with the movie, and thank everybody for coming by. We'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah.
Woo.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, no one is immune. We all will